And welcome to Heroes Lounge. I'm Heartless, and with me is Lead Guide, and we are in the mid-season tournament. Actually, we're kind of in advance here already because I'm joining here at the later half of it. Lead Guide, maybe you can run us through like how was the tournament so far? I know you get to cast a little bit. Let us know.
Unfortunately, I just joined one game before you. I wasn't here for the other rounds as well. But looking at the draft, we're now in the semifinals. We cast again Fall Infused versus Vis Inertiae, who did a very solid performance the game before that. And I'm just excited to see how far it goes. Fall Infused had a wild card in the first round, didn't play against anyone, and in the second round against John Cena's with 2-0. Whereas Vis Inertiae in the first round against the Royals won 1-0, and in the second round versus Balance of Interests with 2-1. So this should be a very interesting game we're about to witness, and we are ready to get the draft going.
All right, so draft is about to start. The first map is going to be Inferno Shrines. I did let the teams know, both of them, that we are ready, and drafting should start any moment now, and it has started just now. So let's go to the draft page here. And again, first map, Inferno Shrine, fairly big map with a few key heroes here, heroes that really shine on this map. One of them is Zagara, which we already see is being highlighted. The other one is Falstad, as well as Zul, Kerrigan, and Sylvanas. So those five, I wouldn't be surprised if you're gonna see them somewhere at the first peak/ban phase here.
Yeah, so as I said, just Zagara was the first ban in this match. So they know what they'll do. Tychus was banned as
Interesting.
well.
Ooh, does this mean Shogal? Very interesting.
Yeah, could be. As far as I know, in the game previously, Ben's Vinci versus Initiator was Cho'Gall picked, so this might be an option here as well.
Very interesting. Now, will Fella Infuse? I mean, this is such a peculiar choice to go with a first ban Tychus if you're not gonna go for some shenanigans in the forms of a Cho'Gall. So very interesting opening there for Visinertia in their draft. And Kerrigan's going to be the first pick here for Fel Infuse as a response. So Kerrigan, not a big surprise. One of the heroes I did mention at the beginning. Not surprised to see her. But Visinertia, they do have the option now to secure Uriel if they indeed do go plan to choose Cho'Gall later on. Because we all know, or if you don't know, Uriel, Cho'Gall, they have an amazing synergy because Cho'Gall just provide double the crown effect for Uriel essentially. So
At least now they have gone for Sylvanas, Push Potential, and Falstad is pre-selected. It's a very solid choice. Falstad really shines on this map with his global presence and his Gust, who can just drive everyone away from the shrines, or can just blow away the team fights that are happening and get some space for everyone to go away or to reposition themselves.
right, and so far we hit 4 out of the 5 heroes we mentioned at the beginning that are really good in this map. The only one, of course, that hasn't been chosen yet is Zul, which is an option for Fel Infuse. They do, however, already have the Kerrigan, so they have the front line together with the ETC now. So Zul might not be the best pick, but he can still synergize pretty well here with the Kerrigan player. You bone prison someone, all of a sudden, Kerrigan can lock on them much faster, much better, or the opposite applies. She combos someone, you can follow up with a bone prison. So they do have this option still. But instead, they're going to go with ETC and the Rhaegar. So looking for a very early game aggression with the ETC and the Kerrigan. And of course, locking the best support that we have in the game right now, which is the Rhaegar. It's a pretty solid draft by both teams so far. You have Sylvanas fast on the one side, Kerrigan ETC on the other. Very solid opening so far.
All right. The second ban is imminent. After Fenifuse picked ETC and Rhaegar. Rhaegar, as you already said yesterday, are one of the best healers in the game at the moment. So is ETC, one of the most solid tanks with very potent ultimate hero talent, hero ability, the Mosh Pit.
Yeah,
And
definitely my favorite tank to play, and I imagine a lot of people too. He has so much potential throughout the game, and as you mentioned, post 10, Fear of the Mosh. Um, Even if they have a lot of counters that we already see that they have two of, Sylvanas with the Wailing Arrow and Fossil with the Ghast, um, the Fear of the Mosh is good enough for you to pick that heroic, even if you will realistically never use it. It's that strong and that fearful that it's good enough. So we can see that Vision are going to go with the Jaina band here. Again, interesting choice. I mean, Fel Fuse, they don't have their backline yet, but still, there's so many options. They can still go with the Li Ming, they can go with the KT. Especially if you go with the KT, he synergizes well with the ETC, with the Kerrigan. Like, so I don't know if Jaina would be a priority for me for the ban, but then again, who are you really afraid of at this point? I don't know. Fel Infused.
yeah, pretty
Um,
much think that with Inertia banned Jaina just really because of the ETC, because of their synergy potential. Um, they don't think that Keltas is as dangerous to them as Jaina might be, but I wouldn't be so sure they could pick Keltas if they don't want to pick Keltas themselves right now. But then this would be the last chance to pick Cho'Gall,
yeah.
which would just love to see.
Yeah, because otherwise, how do you explain the Tiger Spin? Unless they're gonna go for heavy double tank frontline, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, then you could have just taken Tiger Spin yourself, but maybe you don't feel comfortable. But instead, they're gonna go for double tank frontline themselves if they don't go with a Cho'Gall. So interesting choice there, and yeah, we do see the Mutant, we do see the Leoric. So that's the second thing that makes most sense if you go with the Tiger Spin so early on. Um,
So
okay.
the double tank setup with Muradin and Lyric.
Mhm.
Yeah, they need a healer with Inertia right now, and Fell Infused has a double pick.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Which is
surprised if this Inertia are gonna get themselves a Brightwing as a
yeah,
support there. Although they have so many options at this point. I mean, they can go with the Karazim to kind of allow themselves to help out versus the burst from the Kerrigan. But Brightwing, I feel like, would be very, very good for them, not only because it's a big map. I mean, sure, they have the fast for the global, but Brightwing can cover it up as well as provide the polymorph on the ETC, polymorph on the Kerrigan, disengage with the Emerald Winds against the Kerrigan or the ETC. So she has, I feel like, a lot more potential to do things than a Karazim or any other healer for that matter. Even, I don't know, Uther doesn't make sense to me here. Neither does Uriel. So yeah, I would love to see a Brightwing from them. And Fuse, by the way, gonna go with the Rainer and their Li Ming. As mentioned, they have so many options for the backline. They looks like they wanna go with the Li Ming. Thinking about that.
yeah, and they go with the Li Ming. Finally, solid damage Rainer, Li Ming, ETC, and Kerrigan, and even Rhaegar for frontline. So pretty solid setup at the moment. And it's very interesting what Vis Inertia is gonna pick, because they need some. They desperately need some damage there. Not a damage. They need some damage
Support.
healing.
Yeah.
They need to heal the damage.
Malfurion, by the way, being hoovered here. I haven't seen Malfurion in a what? What? No, Nova Troll. No way. But Malfurion
Yeah,
is interesting. I haven't seen him in a very, very long time. I don't know if they're actually gonna pick him, but Morales, Karazim, okay. Karazim
yeah.
was the second healer I mentioned, but still, it would make more sense to me if they'd go with the Brightwing. But again, they do have the global covered already, so maybe they feel like they can get more out of the palm. Uh, let's see if it actually can work out for them. All right.
Yes,
So
now
the
we're waiting
draft,
for the game to get started.
yeah. So the draft is ready. Players are ready. We do have 5 on each. We were with 9 for a moment there. Um, Still very interesting drafting. Who do you think has the better draft in your opinion?
Personally, I think I like the draft of Fell Infused just a tad more. It's because I like Li Ming, ETC, Rhaegar, Kerrigan. I like this composition itself. I like how the heroes play, how the heroes act. While with Inertia, I also saw the double tank setup, Falstad and Sylvanas, but I'm not quite fond of Karasim as the main healer here. So I will go for Fell Infused.
Okay, I think the draft is very, very close here between both teams. So just to make things a little bit interesting, I would say I like Visenertia's draft a bit more. I mean, Kerrigan, I love that hero. She's one of my favorite, and I absolutely adore her. But Visenertia, they do have the Falstad, which is amazing on here. And I think more importantly, they have the Sylvanas. And Sylvanas, while she's not the game-changing hero in a teamfight setup, if you do manage to get the Punisher on your team, all of a sudden she is a game-changing hero, and she is like this win more hero where, okay, you get the Punisher on your side with the Sylvanas, all of a sudden you can do a lot of damage. And if you remember from from yesterday, the first Punisher of the game actually got all the way to to one of the keeps. And it was only the first Punisher, and it only happened because they had a Sylvanas. She is that scary. So I think I like Visenertia's draft slightly more, like 55-45 in their favor, I would say.
Yeah, so let's keep it interesting. I'm for more for Fell Infused, you're more for Visenertiae. But I really like to see how this all will play out on Infernal Shrines. We're soon about to start. And we're gonna see. As I said, Falstad with his global presence is really something you have to take into account on this map. He can be everywhere in a moment's notice. And that's just crucial in some team fight or in this run situation. It's really crucial to have somebody there to get started, to reel in those shrine minions, to get the advantage there.
Alright, so the game is loading up. We'll go to the loading screen. Cover for me for a moment here. I need to fix something.
No problem. Oh, we're going to witness the second semi-final, Fell Infused versus Visenertiae. Kudos to both teams who came this far. We will see Infernal Shrines. On compositions, we will soon be telling you who plays what as soon as we see the playing field. And the winner of this best of 3 game will advance to the final, while the loser will advance to the 3rd place match. We're soon about to start. The betting, as far as I see, Revelobot is still up, so get your bet in there. Revelobot just closed. I'm sorry, guys. Get the betting on, and we start the play. We see on the left side, in blue, the team Visenertiae with Peter playing Leoric, Captain Raynor playing Kerosene, Atsakopi playing Muradin, Arozal playing Sylvanas, Nintas playing Falstad.
And Captain Raynor, by the way, with the standard disconnect at the beginning of the game there, not a big surprise there. And on the right side here, we do have Fell Infused with Aka on Rhaegar, Alex23 on Li Ming, Groms on ETC, Lemex on Raynor, and Narmolia on Kerrigan. And no tower rush from either of the team, especially the Sylvanas one. Interesting how we kind of see this fall off the meta. I mean, it used to be something very, very dominant. One of the teams, they had a Sylvanas, they decided let's go and rush a tower, you know, the top or bottom lane with the Sylvanas. It used to be very, very common, but nowadays it seems kind of fell off, at least from the Heal Lounge meta there. Very interesting.
Absolutely. The both teams not really clash in the mid. Already Leoric in the top lane, Sylvanas in the bot lane. Just trying to poke each other.
And there's the rotation coming on the Sylvanas there. I don't think she's seeing it, and she might be actually taken down there. They should be following her, and this is the Kerrigan with the combo there. Gonna land on her and secure the first kill of the game there for Fell Infused. Nice rotation there, and Sylvanas a little bit overextending there.
Yeah, and the
leading to her death.
Combo is just devastating if she hits it right. With the support of the others, this really just is something you don't mess with such a Kerrigan.
Right, and this is what we were talking about in the draft, that actually on the side of Fell Infused, they have a more early game composition there with the Kerrigan and the APC, and well, already they picked off a kill. And we can see also that there are 3 men rotating bot middle, so fantastic job by them.
And I really know that Raynor in the top is just soaking XP, just poking Leoric a little bit, and Rhaegar is in the mid, going. They have to support. The XP is coming in, so they can roam as a 3 with the tank and 2 damage dealers, which is a good setup to go around.
Alright, so the first shrine is active now, or not active, but ready to be activated there. And you can see with the power slider, but no follow up in there. Kerrigan with the combo, he's gonna be on the Leoric, but it's gonna miss him actually, but only gonna hit Karazim there. So nice amount of damage there from Fallon Fuse, chunking a good amount of hit points from this Inertia.
Fallon Fuse getting some minions, 11, 12, 13 at the moment. Li Ming is just there to keep the others away from going in too far. But Muradin's going in, clashes with ETC.
Leoric in a bit of a rough spot there. He's dropping down in hit point, but so is the ETC. The ETC actually will be taken down. This is despite the fact that Fawcett is all this time in the middle lane, and Leoric solo in hit points will just barely survive it with 70 hit points there. Fantastic job by this Inertia.
Yeah, just managed to drive him back. Really good. They have some health back and they go in again. Leoric joined the fight. And immediately Muradin gets focused and taken out. Falstaff comes in, drives them away. They have 30 minions. And now it's Fallon Fuse's turn to get some of the minions as fast as they can until the others regroup and come back to kick them.
Yeah, and it's actually a rough spot for this Inertia because ETC is back in action and immediately we see a Leoric takedown there. So first Punisher of the game looks like we'll go to Fallon Fuse. I think Falstad played a little bit too greedy. He stayed in the middle lane for too long, allowing Fallon Fuse to just get so much ahead in skeletons to the point where this Inertia couldn't come back anymore into this first John Cena phase. So nice bait there by this Inertia, pulling the Punisher inside the fort there, getting hit by the fort, but still, Fallon Fuse, they got a good amount of damage, already killed the 2 towers there, so getting a decent amount of XP there, not enough follow-up. Ooh, the Muting is getting isolated there, but he does have the Dwarf though, so it will allow him to escape there.
And just again trying to poke each other without further problems. Felstad and Reno in the mid.
Yeah,
and
during
this is at Felstad waited just a bit too long. Now he gets focused and can get away with the shielding. Okay, not too crazy here, but as I said, he stayed too long in another lane and get the others killed off without reason.
Yeah, and one of the more important things that happened here during this first Punisher is that Sylvanas was all the time solo at the bottom lane. At the middle we had Raynor versus Falstad, but in the bottom lane, Fallon Fuse had no one, which means it just allowed Sylvanas to push, get the extra XP from the Wind Wave together with the towers there. So as we can see, despite the fact that they lost the Punisher, this Inertia is actually in the lead here, thanks to the Sylvanas being at the top, at the bottom lane, they're uncontested.
Because now it's not much going on here. They're waiting for the next shrine to come to life. Rhaegar is getting low, while Muradin and Sylvanas taking the bot camp. Getting a bit more pressure on the bottom lane. The gate itself will fall, and the tower with Sylvanas cleared it. The tower is away too. And just near the bot lane, the shrine is active in about 6 seconds. So everybody, the red team is gathering. Fallon Fuse is gathering down to get there.
Doing a nice combo on the Sylvanas there. Yeah, fantastic catch up there.
Done.
Just as the shrine has activated, and Sylvanas again being caught out of position there, playing a little bit too greedy in getting punished. And Fallon Fuse immediately turning on the shrine, realizing, hey guys, we are about to get really behind in the sense that this Inertia is gonna hit their level 10, and once they hit level 10, we're gonna be in bad spot. So they are immediately turning on the shrine, trying to collect as many skeletons as possible. They do have the Kerrigan, so skeleton collection would not be a problem for them.
And in a slight little lead concerning these skeletons, I'm always saying shrine minions, but they are skeletons in fact. I'm sorry guys. This inertia, getting a few of them.
Yeah,
It's
but
not really
Visanisha did hit level 10.
Yeah,
Ooh.
both hit level 10 now. The ultis are ready. Yeah, we have Hyperion, we have Mosh Pit, Disintegrate, Ancestral Healing, and Maelstrom. Interesting.
Oh,
As well as
Wailing
the
Arrow has
Gust.
been used there and kind of being wasted there with
Yes.
the Gust as well. And now all of a sudden you don't have Gust and you don't have Wailing Arrow and you have an ETC with Mosh up and ready there together with the Punisher. So expect some sick Mosh here. And look at him, they are so grouped. If he does have the power side, ended into the Mosh there and a 3-man Mosh, amazing there with a decent amount of follow-up. Crazy amount of follow-up there. Immediately deleting the Sylvanas, deleting the Fasta there. The Lyric was taken down as well. I saw the Wailing Arrow wasted there. Then the Gust used, and I'm like, oh my god, this ETC is gonna look for the sickest Mosh ever, and he got a 3-man Mosh. Fantastic there. Wow.
Fantastically played, especially with the, considering the follow-ups. The damage just got in there, and the kills were happening. Good, very solid play.
Yeah, I don't know why I said decent follow-up. They had an amazing follow-up. They had a Li Ming, she got a reset there. They had the Kerrigan, so just fantastic. Completely destroying this inertia in that engagement.
Talking about follow, please, guys, you're watching, follow us here on Heroes Lounge. We have a league, heroeslounge.gg. Follow us on Twitch. Join us. You can even join the league. Join as a free agent and have the fun of our league here. Well, we have a disconnect.
Yeah, we do have a disconnect here. So let's go back into this fight at what happened there. As mentioned from the beginning of the draft, when we saw the ATC and on the side of Vista Inertia, they already had Falstad and Sylvanas chosen as their first 2 picks there. And we were already talking about this, how they already have 2 interrupts for Mosh. And so how much value can Mosh really get, right? And we talked about how you have this fear of the Mosh. And this is something that they need to keep in mind, this inertia, that they have only 2 interrupts. Should they have the Mirrodin, and he does have the Stormbolt, and Stormbolt but it does outrange the Mosh. However, Mirrodin is melee, which means that in most scenarios, he's gonna get caught in the Mosh. So they need to keep in mind and save one of the heroics for the ETC. So they really need to be on top of it, because as we saw, the moment they used both of them, and obviously Fellow Infused were on top of it, they were looking for it. The moment they used both of them, ETC just went in for a Mosh like not 2 seconds after. Like, Gust happened and it was the last heroic. 10 seconds afterwards, slide Mosh. You just need to keep an eye on it. You need to pay attention to it. You need to make sure you always have something for the Mosh. And if you don't have anything for the Mosh, don't look for a fight. Or, be spread enough where he can't get more than one person into the Mosh there, right? You have to be ready somehow, some way.
Yeah, that Mosh was really easily placeable there. Everybody was grouped up, as I said, 2 heroics away. And it would have been crazy if he didn't pull off that Mosh at that time. He did. The follow-ups were great. They got the value out of that. It was really nice to see.
Wait, it seems like we have a pretty big problem here. It seems like Raynor got disconnected. Not Captain Raynor, the player, but actually the hero Raynor got disconnected and cannot connect back. I remember this bug happened to me once before, where I got dropped from a game and I couldn't rejoin. Like, I reloaded the game and it just didn't put me in the game again. It happened to me once though, and it seems like it happened to him again, and one of the players also confirmed that it happened to him. So we are in a pickle here, and interesting. So I'm sure one of the admin is watching this.
Waiting for confirmation what will happen now, because it, as I said, seems like a bug, seems like a bigger problem that he cannot rejoin. Now need to ask the organization what will happen in this case. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, again, shameless plug. HeroesLaunch.gg. Follow us. Every week, games are being actively casted. We have a lot of some casters here. I will cast the games live.
What a misfortune, because we just got hosted by Calder, so we actually have a few hundred people viewing us right now. So kind of misfortune that we actually got this happening in the first game here, um, between Vis Inertia and Fell Infused. So we are, for those guys that just joined us, we are waiting for confirmation from one of the admins as to how we proceed from here. I imagine it's going to have to be a rematch. The game is not in anyone's favor enough to actually decide who won. So yeah, I think it's gonna be
Yeah, officially they have two options. On one side, replay the game with the same draft. On the other hand,
replay.
they can forfeit the game and play the game too. And as far as they're now talking about it, and I think they go for the rematch, for the
Tactical
replay,
DC.
and it just seems fair. Nobody has some kind of advantage here. It seems like it would be very reasonable to make a rematch here.
Tactical DC when you're ahead. Made me laugh. Alright, so I guess we are starting this over. Okay. So we are gonna restart this. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna change the scene here because there's nothing interesting to watch anymore. So hey guys, and welcome back again for for all the new all the new viewers here that came from Calder's stream. We are sorry that this kind of happened here again. We're gonna have to replay the game with the same draft, obviously on the same map. So let's just get this happening there. Let me just make sure that players understand that we're gonna do the game again. So hold on a moment.
Yeah. Meanwhile, again, I'm good for shameless plugging here. Season 1 of Heroes Launch is almost over, just a few weeks more to go. But you can register for Season 2, the second season in this league. You can register your team. You can register as a free agent. You can play in this. You can get casted with your team. You can play in an environment just like the professionals do in their matches, but on every skill level you can compete on every skill level. If you're silver, if you're bronze, or if you're grandmaster, you can come here and you can play on your level in a professional environment.
All right. So players are out. We are gonna get the lobby remade. Just a moment, guys. There we go. New lobby is up and ready. There's a link already in chat, so let's join it really quickly there.
Waiting for everybody. Join and get the game going again.
All right.
Let's see if they learned from the from the broken game now. If they start differently, if they have a different setup, or if they do the same again. As said, we're redoing the game because of a disconnect, technical difficulties, so to speak. So we're beginning fresh.
All right.
I'm just waiting for everybody to get ready.
Okay, so people are already in the lobby. Game is about to start right now. We have 8 out of 10 players ready. So another minute, guys. Wait with us, and the game will start. So yeah, so game number 1, that kind of got disconnected that we're gonna replay. If it was indicative to anything, we could have clearly seen that Fel Infuse had their composition working out exactly as they expected. They won the early game, they won the ganking and the roaming, they actually got to win all the shrines so far. So things actually went very, very well into their favor, and we'll see if they can actually do this again. I see no reason why not. Hopefully Sylvanas can learn a little bit from this second opportunity she got. To not overextend, not get caught, and not getting punished by the ETC Kerrigan roam there. So we are gonna jump straight into the game. It is still loading. We do have Vision Inertia. Oh, it's gonna be the same sides then. We're gonna have Vision Inertia on the right, or the left side, Fanfis on the right side. So at least the same player created a lobby. So at least that's good.
And here we go.
All right.
Lorik riding on the pig, riding into glory.
So game number 1B, or 2 minus, or whatever you want to call it, is about to start here between Vis Inertia, Vis Inertia and Fel Infuse. Player introduction, I guess. We can do this again, if you will.
10 seconds.
Okay. We have on the left side in blue team. I'm gonna see which team we're blue. So
Vis Inertia.
Vis Inertia with Peter playing Leoric, Captain Reno playing Karazim, Atsekopi playing Muradin, Arazal playing Sylvanas, and Nintel's playing Falstad.
Right, on the right side of the map here we have Fel Infuse with Lemex on Raynor, Alex23 there on Li Ming, Gromas on ETC, Narmonia on Kerrigan, and Akka on Rhaegar.
This is Sylvanas joining the fight in the middle.
Yeah, so far we see an
top.
Yeah, we see an exact repeat of game number 1. I mean, they didn't even try to make a tower rush right now. They just went immediately, all of them to the middle. Yorick already in the top lane. So like exact same way that game number 1. I mean, this is game number 1, and the last one game number 1. So I don't know what I'm expecting to see here, if anything but the same thing.
I would have expected something different, but I think as a team they just come comfortable with this setup and no need to change that because yeah, it did work out. Sylvana got killed early on, but that's not that big of a deal that early.
Yeah, but we do see both teams with 4-man rotation between mid and bot lanes there, so they are a little bit more on point with rotation on both sides actually. So that's again very equal. Oh, and Leoric is doing a good amount of damage here on the Raynor, managing to hit all his Drain's Hope on him, putting so much pressure on him. Raynor already out of his passive, so no heal for a little bit.
The shrine will be active soon. Prepare yourselves for the slaughter.
Right, the shrine in the mid is getting activated just about now. And this inertia is ready to activate it, but wait for others maybe to come.
They are looking for an ambush here on the Raynor. He's a little bit forward there. Leoric already landed his Drain Hope on here. The Fasa did miss his Q, but it doesn't matter because Raynor here, it's going to be taken down. And first blood in this game number 1A or 2 minus or whatever here in the rematch. The first blood is going to go in favor of Vis Inertia. So already a slightly better start for them than the previous match.
Absolutely, Sylvanas knows she can get picked off pretty soon, pretty quickly. Now plays much more, looks more, yeah. She doesn't want to get killed off too quickly. And they don't really seem to go in, they don't want to go in too early here. Like the 31-32, it seems like this Frozen Giant is coming. The Frozen Punisher that's coming is in favor of Vis Inertia.
And the Kerrigan is dropping very low and will be taken down as well as the ETC there. So, oh my god, Vis Inertia completely turning around how it was before in the previous game.
More aggressive.
Yeah, they are playing much more aggressive, much better there, especially the Sylvanas player. He's completely on top of his positioning and not getting caught like last time. And all of a sudden you have Punisher number 1 here, gonna go in favor of Vis Inertia. And you know what? They have a Sylvanas, and this could very quickly escalate depending on how well they play it. However, Fel Infuse, they do have a lot of poke, which gives them a lot of potential to take down the Punisher very quickly here. So we can see, despite the fact that they do have a Sylvanas, it didn't get too much value there, right? It did get the front wall, but that's about it.
Yeah, not too much value, but at least they shown, hey guys, we are much more aggressive now. Don't play with us.
Right, they are more on point with their rotation. They are more on point with their positioning. Definitely. And at this point, last game, actually things were still even because they were more on point on soaking. But as far as team fight goes, this inertia looks much better. So that's very nice to see.
Well, just somehow turned around. Know about the early game potential that Felinfuse has, and just actively act against that. The squad just roaming around, people for Muradin. Walks in, just keeps ETC a bit company, and now sees that they're going for the camp. Calls the others. They're ready to go in.
Very risky positioning there.
Yeah.
Very risky. Oh, nice orb by Deliming, hitting all 3 members there. Sylvanas taking a decent amount of damage, but they are 4 members here on the side of this inertia as opposed to the 3 members on the side of Felinfuse. So ETC taking a lot of damage here, but will manage to escape with Power Slide. So nice try, but again, this inertia showing dominance.
Level-wise, they're almost on the same page. And another shrine is activating near the bot lane.
Yeah. But
Trying
now
to
I
set
have
up
to
an
say
ambush.
that compared to the previous game, the second shrine actually had Vis inertia close to level 10. And actually they hit level 10 during the shrine, but this isn't the case anymore. Both teams are very far away from hitting level 10. So no heroic fight for the second shrine here. Instead, we are going to see ETC getting caught here, but he does have the power slide, will allow him to escape there, but he does get a lot of damage done onto him there. Kerrigan and the Liming and the Rhaegar are kind of being isolated here from the ETC and the Reyna, which are at the middle lane there. So this inertia are controlling the shrine right now, but they are behind in skeleton there. Ooh, they are collapsing on the Kerrigan here, but she doesn't have any way of escaping there. She does combo and nothing here. Okay.
Unfortunately, the combo not that well hit, and Kerrigan's pretty easy to take out if she's standing alone with the back to you. And now they're getting some of the skeletons here. This inertia taking over. And they're just too few to just Rainer etc running around. Liming coming in, stealing a few, but that's no use. The next Punisher, the Mortar Punisher, goes to this inertia and making its way to the bottom lane, accompanied by all 5.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a dangerous spot because they are getting there to level 10 on the side of this inertia, and they have a Punisher, and they have a Sylvanas. This can escalate so quickly at this point in time. If they manage to hit level 10 in a timely manner, they can definitely push this Punisher all the way to the keep. But again, as pointed out, Felinfuse, they have a lot of poke, so they can definitely whittle down the Punisher, and ETC is getting a lot of damage here, but nobody is able to finish him off on the side of this inertia. Still, the Punisher goes strong. He is pretty healthy. That's at half hit points. Sylvanas is very healthy. She does have a lot of hit points, a lot of mana. And ETC getting John Cena there, but not being killed there by the Punisher. Almost getting killed, but on the other hand, this inertia with the heroic, with the entomb there, fantastic kill there on ETC eventually. Getting him killed down, and all of a sudden Sylvanas with a lot of pressure on the keep together with the Punisher and the John Cena again on the Rainer. And wow, they are in such a rough spot here.
Absolutely, that's so much pressure going on right now. The Punisher is down, and again we have a pause, and I'm asking why.
Wow, remake, what?
But that
Lag.
push was really successful. They
Yeah,
accompanied the Punisher just right with the pushing power of Sylvanas together and the John Cena move of the Punisher itself. It was really a good push here.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I talked about like a moment before the Punisher actually started hitting the fort, that this can be a very bad situation. It can escalate very quickly, and it has. They hit level 10, the Punisher pushed all the way to the keep, and lo and behold, this inertia, they took down the bottom keep so early, and this is only the second Punisher of the game. Is this Battlefield of Eternity? No, it's not. It's only Inferno Shrine, but it doesn't matter when you have a Sylvanas on your team. Like, 7 minutes keep so early, so easily too. It didn't seem like they struggled too much. securing the keep. So fantastic job by them. Complete opposite of the game before the rematch. And honestly, I'm feeling a little bit bad for Felling Fuse because they were in such a dominant position before the rematch. However, they had a tactical BC, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yes, absolutely. As far as I see from the Twitch chat, my voice seems to be a little bit bad. After this game, I'm gonna redo all my microphone stuff here.
Is
and
it better
hopefully
than
get a better
high?
voice.
Is it too
Nah,
high?
I think
Because I can
it's
lower you.
like robotic.
Oh.
It seems. One said on another channel that the caster's voice quality seems to be catastrophic. I think it's mine because I had a slight problem before. But anyway, I'm gonna see afterwards. I'm sorry, guys. Just a few more minutes with my crappy voice quality.
I expected so much more.
Ooh, did you actually get donations there? Is it possible, or did someone test? Oh, we do have some donation here. This goes to all the esports on the Hero Lounge. Thank you very much there for the donation. Wow, I didn't actually set my Twitch alert, so I don't see who actually donated it. I'll get to that back later. I'm sure one of the admins can message me there. So wow, we actually got the first donation ever. Thank you very much, man. We all appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you very, very much for this donation.
So we do have the third shrine here spawning. Leora getting a lot of damage there. He won't be able to be finished off with the Kerrigan. She does have her combo, does have the Karagim. However, Vistanesha does have level 13 and Wailing Arrow has been wasted. Need to keep in mind there, they only have the Gust and the Murid in there for the Mosh interruption. The Mosh will be, and the ETC will slide, but no Mosh from his side. Leoric will be taken down. Ancestral just barely misses the ETC, which will cause him, of course, to die there. So 1-for-1 for both teams. However, it was Leoric that died down there on the side of Vistanesha. He will be back in action very, very quickly there, and meanwhile, Kerrigan was taken down there as well. Wow. This inertia, what the hell has happened during the disconnect? I have no idea because kill-wise, it's 7-1 in favor of this inertia. What the hell happened? What did you guys give them to drink during the break? I want some of it too.
Come on, they're sitting in the same room and just, hey you, good guy Grandmaster, come here and play for me.
Wow, absolutely fantastic. Like, I haven't seen this much of a change in a while
It's a
for a team.
complete turnaround of playstyle. Yeah. They really seem to be in control now. It's really wonderful to watch at the moment. That nice combo, Leoric gets taken out.
However, again,
as a ghost.
it is Leoric. He will be able to come back to life. I mean, Leoric's themes is, you know, I die, I spook, I die again, or... So it's not a big problem. They still have the Sylvana. She's very healthy, both on hit points and mana. Punisher is getting a little bit more damage than last time. Again, as mentioned, gonna be mentioning time again. They have a lot of poke on the side of Fuse, but still, they have the Sylvanas. So this can be very, very scary. And if they can manage to get a kill or two, this can turn out to be another keep, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Fuse playing very, very safely, baiting the Punisher over the wall, getting the keep to assist killing the Punisher there, and instead are gonna be losing just barely the front wall.
Yeah, there was a good hold against the Punisher. One goes halving, they go back and gonna soak some more XP. Vistanesha is level-wise in a lead, 1.5 levels up, level 15.5, while Fuse level 14.
Ooh, and double combo there together with the Mosh there. A little bit of a misplay there by overlapping their stuff there, but still 2 kills here immediately for Fuse. Fantastic.
The Gust was just slightly too late to get him out. Again, the combo with the Mosh Pit and even Rainer's Hyperion was very good played. They know how to play with each other, how to play together. Communication seems to be on point.
Yeah, so fantastic team fight there for Fuse, kind of getting themselves back into the game, and all of a sudden they are not so far behind in XP. They are just barely a level behind, so you know, just less than a level. So really good job by them, and Tomb doesn't hit really anyone there. ETC a little bit over there, and if Pickle doesn't have power slide. Ooh, and does force Ancestral Form here. He does get hit by the Stormbolt still. This is the 4v4 situation because Reynor is at the bottom lane there, and ETC does have the power slide, will allow him to escape, and I think he will be able to, yes. So good job by this Inertia, at least forcing the Ancestral out of it.
Absolutely. So last hit, Punisher level 16 hit was level 15. That means 1 level advantage, 1 talent advantage.
Yeah, and the Shrine,
is soon
the
opening.
Shrine is activating. Felling Fuse are about to hit level 16, so not a big deal for them. They can definitely just easily soak a lane or something, get the level 16, and then contest the Shrine. They are catching on XP, which is good for them and good for us, the viewers, because that means more even team fights. So level 16 has hit for Felling Fuse, and there's a Shrine active. Let's see if they can actually win a team fight right now. Felling Fuse, they really need it because they are very far behind as far as structures go. This is gonna be so rough for Felling Fuse. They are still down on Ancestral Healing. Disintegrate for Liming is not up and ready just yet. There's a lot of pressure over the map there. They do have the top lane pushing for them in favor, but it seems like they're not really collapsing on the Shrine. They are really late on it. I just don't like it. I think they are very late here on collapsing on the Shrine. I mean, this initial only need 10 skeletons. They have to win decisively this team fight, otherwise it's gonna be devastating for them. The Leoric is getting a lot of damage done on him. ETC is kind of zoning the fast here. He's still looking for the Mosh there, but we do have Wailing Arrow and Gust available. Palm has hit the Leoric. He did go into the experience to trigger. Good job by him. However, he did put himself a little bit out of position. And one-man Mosh there on the Karazin will secure the kill on him. However, ETC is very low. Will get the Ancestral, and it will keep him alive. In the meanwhile, Leoric was taken down together with the Muradin. So 3-0 in favor of Felling Fuse, and this is exactly what they needed. They are chasing the Fawcett, and I don't think he can escape. I think this is going to be a 4-0 there. They are chasing the power slide, just barely misses, but the Fawcett doesn't have any mana or hit points.
And he goes down. Only one Sylvanas left. She goes away because the Punisher is enough to keep him busy until everybody just spawns. Leoric is dangerously close at spawning. He immediately goes back. And let them finish off the Punisher. Wait till everybody's back, regroup, and get another attack going.
Alright, so the saving grace is for this initiative is that they did manage to take the Punisher, despite the fact that they lost 4 members. But again, Felling Fuse, they were a little bit late to the party. They managed to get a 4-man wipe, which obviously at the end of the day was favoring them, this exchange, the 4 men versus the Punisher. But they were just playing so risky, I feel like, because if the teamfight would have gone the other way, they could potentially have lost the game right there. I mean, it is a Sylvanas with a Punisher, with a fort that's already damaged, so that Punisher would easily go all the way to the keep, taking the keep down and pushing to the core itself. So very risky, but eventually it did pay off for them, and they won the team fight, and all of a sudden Felling Fuse are actually in the lead as far as XP goes. So fantastic comeback for them.
Absolutely, real nice to watch the combos hit right, and there was a good trade-off there with the Punisher
Yeah, definitely.
to get in the lead XP-wise about 1 whole level, which means they could hit level 20 before the other team, but let's see what will happen.
Right, so Felling Fuse actually in quite a significant lead. They are 1 level, nice power slide on the Muradin, but it is a Muradin, so I don't think they can actually capitalize on it and get anything done. There's a good amount of damage done by the Reynor on the Muradin again. Ooh, the double combo there by the Kerrigan. Fast is dropping very low, but the palm from the Karazim there just hits it exactly, but is it enough? It's not enough, and Falstad will be taken down. What a rough spot all of a sudden for this Inertia that started this game so well, and all of a sudden Felling Fuse are like, no guys, whatever you had to drink, we're gonna drink from it right now, and we're gonna take the lead again. Oh, and there's a nice mosh by the ETC, getting 3 people with the Wailing Arrow a little bit too late there, but still ETC will be taken down there. Muradin is... Oh, the Reynor with the combo taken down by the Kerrigan. And the muting is very low. The Rhaegar will be able to escape here.
The Liminga's focus gets take. Ooh, just managed to teleport away. A lot of damage done, not really that much killed. 2-1. But still a nice team fight and definitely in favor of Fel Infused.
Definitely. They did lose the ETC. They did use the Mosh, which was actually fantastic. The Sylvanas did come and stop it with a Waylaying Arrow. A little bit too late on her side. But luckily, Fel Infused weren't able to capitalize on it too well, so they didn't actually get too much value out of it, but still they did manage to get out of a hat. They got 2 for 1 in their favor, and they got level 20. So that's actually the big deal here. And we do have Storm talents for Fel Infused. We do have Bolt of the Storm for the Kerrigan as well as the ETC. So expect to see some potential Blink Mosh shenanigans here. We do have Storm Shield for the Rhaegar, Temporal Flux for Li Ming, and Nexus Frenzy surprisingly enough for the Rainer. So no escape for him.
And really goes for all-in damage there.
Yeah. Not a big surprise considering he did go with the auto attack build. However, it does mean he lacks escape, but I guess he does feel very safe together, between the ETC and the Kerrigan. Then I guess he does not expect to get dived too much, and I don't blame him. I actually dig this choice to go with Nexus Frenzy. I like it.
Blue team has destroyed the fort.
By the way, Leoric at the bottom lane there. Don't mind him, he's just a Leoric, he's gonna just go solo your core. Nah, just kidding, it's not the first Leoric patch, but still does good job pushing the lane there. There's already 2 catapults there, another one is gonna join the party there, so it's gonna be 3 catapult pressuring the core of Fel Infused.
Yeah, somebody needs to defend that, and Rainer already goes back. Sees the opportunity, goes back, because these catapults can just mow down your core without you even knowing it. And
Yeah.
Rainer is there to defend.
Look at this, already 70%, 63% on the core, like only a Leoric and a few catapults, 40% core damage done. Thank you very much, I'll take it. I mean, they lost the Punisher, but they actually got some significant amount of core damage. Worth it, definitely.
Absolutely.
And the most important part, actually, this allowed them to actually hit level 20 themselves. I mean, they're just shy away from hitting level 20. Ooh, and a nice kill there on the Leoric there, together with the Punisher and the rest of the team of Fel Infused. They are looking to make something happen here, and I don't think they can actually finish the game. The Punisher is very low here. So they can't actually push into the keep. They don't have a Sylvanas. Ooh, the fast start will be taken down there as well from the power slide from the ETC. So fantastic collapse on him. All of a sudden, this is a 2 kill for nothing. And actually, all of a sudden, they can kill it. If they can secure another kill somehow, I think like they can actually finish the game there. They do have a Rainer with Nexus Frenzy, so a lot of damage potential on the core. They're trying to end it. Litigate, they are trying to end it there. Ooh, and the combo there on the Sylvanas from the Kerrigan, but he's so close to the.
They're going full in attack the core as good as they can.
God.
And Marsh to interrupt there. To get as
Oh
much
my
damage done.
God.
Get all others away, come on. The jump away, get back. Harrison gets taken out. That's the way to the core, no healer present. Rainer needs to get back. In tune to get
Oh
the
my
Only
God.
Leoric is alive, and that should be it.
Yeah.
The first
I mean-
game, GG. Very well played, guys.
What the
Nice
hell?
back and forth, and Fel Infused win the first map.
What the hell happened at the end there? I have no idea. The Punisher was dead, the keep was full hit points. I was like, they can't really make anything happen. And then all of a sudden, they managed to get a kill on the Leoric. Managed to get another kill on the Fasa there, and things just snowballed there, and secured another double kill there, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, well, now you can end the game, so...
Yeah,
Wow.
With your own core at 60%,
Wow.
you're not supposed to take a chance. Oh, okay, let's wait for the next shrine, because the next Punisher with the support can go through to your core, and with 60% core, this core is away just in a poof, so you gonna push against it.
Fantastic.
A really nice move, nice last move there. Well, Mila,
This was
I want to say
fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say thank you to Kaldor for hosting the Heroes Lounge channel on his Twitch channel. Please, guys, if you're watching on Kaldor's channel, please check out Heroes _Lounge as well. Follow us. Very many thanks. I hope you like it. And I think we'll make a short break.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to go into a 3 minutes break, kind of let both teams take a small rest, as well as the casters. So 3 minutes break. It's going to be 3 minutes exactly. We'll be back with game number 2 between Vis Inertia and Felon Fuse. So stay tuned.
Avatar getting your visor, but he can you get away? Oh, looks like he will get away. Really close. Quintex was on time there. Jumped on the Zeratul, but really powerless. Pretty close. But they get the kills. Reyna down. Nice farm here on Keltas. Oh, great maul. Now they killed Reyna.
Oh my god.
And
Finally
the
a
mosh
combo.
pit. Well played.
Finally the wombo combo worked here. They got it
fired out. Slop Talk dropping really low and he's down. Oh, and the
Holy me.
Oh,
this was speechless.
Oh, and the hook against Quintex.
Oh, just beautiful.
Oh my god. Oh, Zapata. Trying to get the boss for the agent.
I don't know. I would think
Trying to shield, of course. Can survive a little bit, but I think that's too much AP damage. Boundary already dropping.
Oh my god, look at this
Yeah.
Mira.
No,
He's dying.
he's not dying, but are the others dying? Oh, just okay. Never mind. Leave. Right way down.
This Mira god. What the hell? He's taking 2 people down already. Oh, it's finally at Kerrigan and you're looking at Avatar. It's so scary.
And must be still there with the Baylor copy trying to kill Bucky, and that was it. That was it.
Hey guys, and welcome back to game number 2 between Vis Inertia and Felon Fuse. I am Heartless, and with me is Leadgit. Hey Leadgit.
Hey there, Heartless.
Alright, so we had a fantastic game number 1. 2 of them actually, because the first one of the game number 1 had to be restarted, but game number 2 of game number 1 went a lot better in terms of balance between team, but eventually Felon Fuse managed to secure the win there. It was very close. Both cores were taking significant amount of damage, but eventually Felon Fuse managed to secure the killing blow on the core. So they won game number 1 there, and we're gonna jump straight to the draft there, which is gonna be held on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So already a very solid opening. Zul Zagara, Ben on both sides there. Not a big surprise. What do you think?
Yeah, Zagara, Zul both grab big cloud control and pushing potential. So they really want to get those two out of the way so nobody's alone in the lane and soaking XP and getting the gems. And they concentrate to get more team fights happening. Felon Fuse again. Am I right? Again, choose Kerrigan and ETC as their first picks. And Sylvanas is the first pick from Vis Inertia. Seems very similar to the first draft at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about the Kerrigan pick here. She's very strong on Tomb of the Spider Queen, together with the Zul, together with the Zagara. So I'm not surprised about those. And ETC is a very good follow-up for the Kerrigan to be on the same team. Again, you're building your roaming composition, right? Because on Tomb of the Spider Queen, you usually have a 1-4 split, which means you're gonna have 1 solo laner and 4 men rotating, usually between mid and bottom or mid and top, depending on your preferences. So you really want to get this roaming composition, and we already see that they have it on the side of Felon Fuse. They have the Kerrigan, they have the ETC. On the other side, on Vis Inertia, they did secure the Sylvanas, which which can allow them to get extra value during the spider phase when you spawn the spiders on your side. So solid pick here. And they're gonna follow up with a Falstad and a Rhaegar, which is fine. I mean, Falstad, it's a pretty small map, so not the biggest priority on the Falstad. He's still a very, very good hero. His global, of course, can be utilized in this map still. And Rhaegar, pretty solid support. So again, very similar to game number 1 as far as drafting goes on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Although Falstad has been taken, Sylvanas, yeah, it's pretty similar, except Rhaegar has changed the sides. Now the banning is on. Johanna is getting banned, a reasonable ban, I must say. She can be very, very, very hard to counter, and Uther getting banned
Interesting.
as well.
Interesting choice on the Johanna ban. Uther, I'm not surprised. You do have the Kerrigan, you do have the ETC. He does synergize with both of them well. He enables Kerrigan. He can protect the ETC with the Marsh, like depending on the situation. But I'm really surprised about the Johanna ban here. Like, why would you prioritize banning her? Are you really expecting Johanna Asmodan already with Falstad Sylvanas on the side of his inertia? Not really. So really interesting choice there, prioritizing the ban on the Johanna. Interesting choice there. Very interesting. Don't know what I think about it. I can say I like it. I cannot say I like it. I think there would be much better choices, but you know what? They went with the Johanna, so completely fine. They are gonna secure Jaina on their side, which I like. She's a pretty solid hero nowadays. You know, good wave clear. She works well actually with Kerrigan, with ETC. ETC slides if Jaina lands the Blizzard on top. It's pretty much impossible to dodge all 3 waves of the Blizzard unless you are someone like a Falstad or something like that. So she does have very, very good synergy with those two. Ooh, and Uriel for Fel Infused.
Yeah, I like Ariel really as a healer. She has a good damage output, a nice long reach, so she can be very valuable. Especially, I think, onto a Spider Queen, where it is really important too to interrupt the turning of the gems. And Ariel and Jane are of great value in such situations. And that's why I somehow expect Li Ming to be taken. She's not that extremely strong into Spider Queen, but her interrupt really can go a long way.
We'll need to see. It is EU, and EU really favors double tank, and Visionaria has the potential to go for double tank right now. They're gonna go with the Mutant, which I like. Again, Stormbolt does interrupt Moshi, has potential too, and Thrall I absolutely love. I was thinking about Thrall. It's still EU, so you usually tend to go with the double tank for most drafting, but I absolutely love the Thrall here as their front line together with the Mutant, simply because you have Sundering, which not only interrupts the Mosh, but it's an amazing way to initiate team fights. So I love it. I love the Thrall here very, very, very much. Fel Infused, they have the choice now. They can go with the double tank again. Not sure if we'll see it. And if so, it's gonna have to be something more bruisey like Arthas, possibly a Sonya. They already do have the frontline in Kerrigan, so wouldn't be surprised for anything, you know, that they choose here, except for another support, obviously. So backline or another assassin of some sort would be completely fine. So instead, Raynor, very, very solid choice by both teams. I don't know which one I like more in drafts. Here.
Yes, you could say that really matched up. Everything makes sense according to the map. And well, if I had to choose, I'm not quite sure. I maybe would go for Fel Infused just because I like Kerrigan, ETC, and Oriel together. But also, as I said, Visionaria is also very good draft with good potential. So, I would go for Fel Infused, but just by like 51 to 49 on my side.
Again, I do love the Kerrigan, and they did show that they know what to do as far as rotation go on the side of Fel Infused. But I don't know. I guess. So rough. I just don't know. Like Felon Fuse, they have the blow up potential. Definitely, definitely, they have the ETC, Jaina, Kerrigan. They have so much blow up potential. Oh man, such a rough draft. I think I have to agree with you. Like I slightly favor Felon Fuse draft, slightly more, but I think both of them have very very solid drafting. It's so close in my eyes. But if I had to choose, like absolutely had to choose with a gun to my head, it would be Felon Fuse. That's about it. This is how close I think this draft is. So we'll see if they can make it work. They did struggle a little bit in the previous game, at the early game, but eventually they managed to pull it off and win. So we'll see what happens in game number 2 here between Felon Fused and Vis Inertia.
On the map, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Revlobot is, I think, still open, but not that much longer. Maybe if you hear this because of the stream delayed, Revlobot might even be closed. So if you bet now and get your valuable fresh points. Again, thanks to Calder for hosting the Heroes Lounge Twitch channel on his own channel. Thank you very, very much. Huge kudos. He even commented a few of our games. You can watch it on Heroes Lounge and on his channel. Again, heroeslounge.gg. And the map has loaded and we're ready to go. On the left side, we have Peter playing Falstad, Captain Rainer playing Rhaegar, Atsekopi playing Muradin, Arozal playing Sylvanas, and Ninetales playing Thrall.
Captain Rainer with the standard disconnect at the beginning there, not a big surprise. And on the right side of the map here we have Akka on Uriel, Alex23 on Jaina, Groms on ETC, Lemex on Rainer, and Narmonia on Kerrigan. Captain Rainer has rejoined. I have no idea why he always gets disconnected at the beginning. Every single time I cast him, he just Captain Rainer has left the game. Captain Rainer is joined the game. I have no idea what's going on here.
Well, if this would be the Star Wars Battlefront, it's okay. The servers don't function anyway. Well, but Blizzard servers are pretty solid if they're not under a DDoS attack. But anyway, at least it's just a few seconds delay, so it's okay. The first is getting armored and jumping out. Kerrigan getting focused, getting out. A lot of poking. They're trying to get to grasp each other. Come on, can we get something happening just in the first few seconds?
Right,
Nothing's happening.
Pretty equal exchange, despite the fact that it looked like it went in favor of Felon Fuse. Vis Inertia got a lot of damage on the Kerrigan there, and forcing the ETC, of course, to tap immediately. So Vis Inertia looking strong here from the beginning, already forcing double tap very, very early on in the game here from Felon Fuse. Ooh, and then jump there on the Kerrigan. She's a little bit here in the pickle there, and she will just barely manage to escape. Nope, she will be taken down there, but the Falstad will be taken down as well there. So 1-for-1 exchange there for both teams. At the bottom lane, by the way, we do have here a small skirmish between the Thrall and the Rainer. So these are going to be their solo laner. Not too much of a surprise here. I mean, those are exactly the ones you'd expect to go as the solo laners for either of the teams there. And Rainer and Thrall, both of them doing a fantastic job, chunking as much hit point as possible from either side there. But over time, Thrall should have a slight advantage simply because he can poke the Rainer with his lightning, which is chain lightning. So need to keep that in mind.
That's absolutely the gems. 22 to 26. Both teams are not able to turn in fully right now. But depending on how aggressive they play, it would be a good idea to turn in every once in a while. But the most gems are carried by the tank, so Muradin carrying 11 gems and ETC carrying 9 gems. So pretty clear that they're gonna hold on to them as long as they could. And trying to poke each other. In the bottom lane, Rainer gets dangerously low, followed by Thrall. He can get away without further problems. But anyway, he's under 50% and the chain lighting hitting, and Rainer gets taken out with the Falstad, who just flew in together with Sylvanas. There are
Yeah,
some
so
gems lost.
fantastic rotation on him. Kind of missed it out on the stream. Not a big deal though. We did see in the minimap there was a really good rotation on the side of this inertia. Take down the Reina immediately. By the way, I just wanted to point out, Fallen Fused, they were really on point with the rotation so far. Kind of broke off a little bit here after the Rainer killed, you know, due to the fact that they need to send someone to the bottom lane to cover up for the waves there. But really fantastic job by both teams. On spot with their rotations in this map, which is very, very, very important.
Now this inertia has enough gems to turn in fully, which means the Felon Fuse should have an eye on the spider.
Ooh, and the combo on the Sylvanas together with the power slide will secure the kill on her. It's instant collapse on her. Kerrigan was just like, oh, I can combo her, I can combo her. She went for the combo. Power slide from the ATC as a follow-up. That's all it took to take down the Sylvanas there. It's a fantastic job by them. Really good job.
As meanwhile, Kerrigan is trying to turn in her 15 gems to get disturbed by Muradin all the time. He's just running around, just looking evil, and even doing some damage. But that's enough to get the others to go away.
Right, the power slide on the Muradin, but he should have dwarfed us to escape there. The combo does miss the Muradin there as well as the Blizzard. There's a lot of damage potential missed there. And you know what, they could have actually killed him if they would have landed the Blizzard and the combo. But you know what, as we talked about at the beginning there, I like the Jaina choice because she has good follow-up to the Kerrigan, to the ETC. And if you notice the positioning there of the Blizzard, it was on top of where it's supposed to be, the combo from the Kerrigan. So they are on point with following up their abilities, which is something that's very nice to see in Heal Lounge.
Absolutely, they seem to the communication is on point. You know,
Yep.
they know from each player when they're gonna try to land the combos, and they know exactly what their place in the game is. It's really nice to see. Meanwhile, a lot of damage being dealt to ETC. ETC goes away. Moves out. The spider is getting accompanied in the mid lane, trying to take on the first gate.
Right, and the first spider wave here goes to this inertia, and as mentioned, they do have the Sylvanas, which allows them to get extra value there from the spiders. We do see that despite the fact that it's only a 5-minute spiders, already the front wall here at the middle lane there has been taken down. However, not too much damage done other than that. They were very focused on the middle lane and didn't manage to get too much damage done, but still good value. Ooh, and the Muradin here getting out a little bit of position, does have the Dwarf Source, but he is still very low on hit points, very low on mana, but no follow-up for the power slide from ETC.
Where ETC is trying to turn in some gems and get their wave going sometime. 21 gems, only 64 now taking in, only 4 needed.
Yeah, so Jaina is turning it out at the bottom, which means that the second wave of spiders here, of the web weavers, will go in favor of Felon Fuse there. Ooh, nice combo by the Kerrigan. Just catches one, however, which is the Muradin, not who we want to combo. Still good amount of damage done there on both sides of the team. And nobody's taken down there, just health being chunked away for both of them. Ooh, ETC is dropping a little bit low, but he will escape. He is low on hit points and mana there. Needs to be a little bit more careful. And he will Hearthstone back, which is kind of unfortunate because you really don't want to Hearthstone back when you have the Whip Weavers in your favor. Or against you for that matter. You just don't want to be Hearthing back. You want to be in action, defending or getting as much value as you possibly can.
Absolutely. 4 in the mid, trying to fend off the web weaver. They should do it without too much damage done in the mid lane.
Ooh, and the combo on the Thrall secures the kill on him.
In the bot lane, the push is happening right now. The web weaver is down, but so far they're falling back or not. They're trying to engage. Nice Rune of Frost, Hyperion just hitting, and the mosh pit.
Rainer bot
3-0.
carrying. Oh
That
my
was a
god.
Nice Nice aggressive touch there. At the first I thought, oh, they go back, they don't want to engage, but then turn around, we engage fully and get them.
Yeah, so Rainer got disconnected again. Wow,
Well, I wonder what was happening.
that team fight was fantastic for Felon Fuse. They hit it just as they hit level 10, and they got a heroic Maelstrom for Kerrigan together with a Hyperion, etc with the Mosh, and you know what? They managed to secure 3 easy or fairly easy kills there.
Yeah, and that was very well played. And they say, hey, we got level 10. Hey, we could engage. They're not on level 10. Let's take them out. And it was a great value here. By this much damage taken, I mean, 3-0 speaks almost for itself.
So, yeah. Well, I hope Rainer can reconnect here, because this would be very unfortunate. We are already pretty late with the schedule due to game number 1. So I do hope Rainer manages to get back into action here, because the game number 1 between them, the one that actually lasted all the way to the end, was fantastic to watch. And so I really hope we do get to see something similar here in game number 2. So cross your fingers and hope he can reach.
I am.
Yeah,
as many fingers as I have.
Me too. Me too.
The game has been resumed. So we hope that Rainer is back in action. He halted and he's back. All right, we can resume the game without restarting or anything else.
No, he's not back. It's actually still a bot there.
It's a bot.
Yeah, it's still a bot.
IA is following. Yeah.
So unfortunately, for the time being, it's gonna be a 5 versus 4 with a bot. Sadly, this is gonna happen here in game number 2 here. But you know, what can we do? The show must go on, and if one of you doesn't have a stable connection, there's so much we can do. There's only this much we can do.
Yeah, we can do anything. We just can hope that the Rainer player is getting back in action as soon as possible. Well, 5 gems needed from Felon Fuse to get the next wave of web weavers. They got enough gems to turn in.
Nice thundering there from the Thrall. Does isolate the Jaina, but not enough damage to actually kill her initially, but still managing to secure the kill eventually on her together with the Rainer. So Rainer bot not carrying as he should have. The ETC is being chased and will be taken down, as well as the Uriel is being chased a bit by the Falstad. No, ETC actually manages to escape with just barely 200 hit points there. Wow. So Rainer bot not paying his taxes.
Absolutely. But playing with the bot on this playing level here on this semi-final is just beyond suboptimal. It's just really bad, and they need to stretch out as long as they can. Hope that the Rainer player can connect as soon as possible and stretch out the period so that no much damage can be done. Not many structures fall, so they can play 5 versus 5 again.
Yeah, this is so rough for Felon Fuse. Like, they already had to do a rematch after, you know, they were deleted the first one. They eventually, of course, they managed to win it. But still, game number 2 here with a bot, very rough spot for them. And I mean, we can already see that this inertia. I mean, they are catching up in the game there.
Yeah. Muradin gets killed. But
nice catch there.
Absolutely.
Wailing arrow a little bit wasted there. There's absolutely no follow-up there on the side of this inertia. So questionable wailing arrow after the loss of the Muradin there. So Felon Fuse, you know, they are managing to somehow survive here with the Rainer. Wow. I am surprised.
Yeah. They really go full, all in and trying to get everything back.
So we do have here the Web Weavers again for Felling Fused. Again, despite the fact that they do have a Rainer bot, however, Visenetia on top of defending, they have immediately cleared the bot lane. They will be rotating to the top one since there is still a fort at the top lane. The bottom lane not as important at this stage of the game. No fort there, so no need to actually rotate immediately to defend it. And quickly and surely they defend the top lane. Ooh, nice power slide there on the Sylvanas, forces a cleanse on her, will allow her to survive actually, and this is a bit of knock-off position for Felon Fuse there. They are forcing Visenetia back, but oh my god, the Sunder there, amazing Sunder, securing the kill there on the Rainer and the Kerrigan there. The ATC is very, very low, he does have Force, but it doesn't matter because there's absolutely no follow-up, even if he does manage to get a Mosh Pit. And a counter kill there by the Jaina on the Thrall there, fantastic job by Felon Fuse, managing to make it at least a 2 for 1 instead of a 2 for nothing.
Absolutely wonderful. It's really nice to see how they played.
Wow.
The Web Weavers didn't manage to get that much damage done. Falstad is meanwhile defending the bot lane, getting the spiders there a bit, getting a few jumps on himself on the way. But the keep isn't looking too well in the bot lane.
No, it's taking a significant amount of damage because Felon Fuse managed to kind of stall Visenetia at the top lane with that skirmish at the hand, which, you know, ended up with a 2 for 1 exchange in favor of Visenetia. But you know what, they managed to get ahead in this skirmish, but in favor of Felon Fuse, they pushed the bottom lane very, very much. So a lot of damage on the keep there, and it's actually at risk of being taken down there with a small rotation. They are playing very risky with the bot. I don't like it. I really don't like it. The Kerrigan taking a lot of damage on her Rainer with the Hyperion, of course, because he's a bot. And a Mosh Pit there will hit only one and will be cancelled immediately by the Ghast there. The Ring of Frost will hit only the Rhaegar there, but Thrall will be taken down there by Felon Fuse. Good job by them getting a kill. You know what? Keep in mind they have a Rainer bot all the time. Oh, and the kill there on the Rhaegar as well. So the two wolves, the two orcs there on the side of Visenetia has been taken down. The Falstad taken a lot of damage together with the Sylvanas being chased by the ATC, but won't be able to secure the kill there, neither on the Sylvanas or the Falstad. Wow! Rainer bot suddenly is carrying this game.
I would be... Now I would actually be surprised. I would really love to see this 4v5 happening with the bot.
Top damage.
The team is really on. Is playing as the team. They get the boss.
Oh my god, Rainer bot, man, are you seeing this? Rainer bot top damage. Rainer bot top damage. Just get this in mind for a second, everyone. Our bot here is destroying on damage done. Wow, what the Blizzard, what the hell are you doing with the AI?
I'm only playing with bots from now on. And the boss getting some damage done. Rainer bot is running around aimlessly, but hits every shot. So wow.
So we do have level 16 for both teams here. We do have Area Gust there on the Falstad. We do have Earth Scrap Tandem on the Rhaegar. Mirrodin still hasn't taken his choice there. There's so many options there. He can go with Heavy Impact or, you know, whatever he wants there at level 16. Sylvanas, however, which is very important, did take Cold Embrace, which gives vulnerability to the main target. So whoever she actually hits with Shadow Dagger will take 25% more damage. So this is something to keep in mind there. It definitely allows them to actually blow someone up. Ooh, and we have an engagement there. The Mosh, they're hitting two players. A fantastic Mosh together with the Ring of Frost. They're already securing the kill there on the Thrall. And the Rhaegar is dropping very low together with the Mirrodin. So what the hell is happening here? A 3 for nothing in favor of Felon Fuse. Rainer, please.
Again, what the hell do they have put in their drinks? They're just playing like crazy. They're getting damage done. It is really almost unbelievable how much damage they can deal. They can dish out, and just already dominating this part of the game ever since Rainer left.
and I thought they were joking in game number 1 when they said tactical DC, but I guess they knew something we didn't, and that's the Rainer bot is is Grandmaster level or something like that. Because I have no other explanation to what the hell is happening here. Fantastic, seriously, fantastic gameplay by VenoM Fuse, completely dominating team fights here, despite the fact that they do have a bot on their side. So they are protecting the bot. I mean, if you think about this, the last fight started with Rainer, the bot, getting caught out of position a little bit, being focused down by this inertia, but VenoM Fuse immediately went to peel for him and turned that fight around.
Absolutely. Kerrigan together with Rainerbot getting this camp. He's a help. Who can argue? Top damage by far with 34,000 damage dealt. The next follow-up is Jaina with 37,000 dealt. So that's pretty crazy what this Rainer is doing at the moment, considered that he's still a bot.
Yeah. And VenoM Fuse are in a decent lead right now. They are a full level ahead, which means now that if they play passively, if they just keep on their rotation, don't play too aggressive, they can hit level 20. I mean, they will hit level 20 before this inertia, which will give them the Storm Talent advantage. And why not? Why not be an advantage when you can? And at that point, you can just initiate whatever you want, play aggressive on the map, and there's absolutely nothing this inertia can do. Rainer a little bit front here, will be defended by the Aegis of the Uriel there, but Fawcett getting a lot of damage by the Kerrigan. She does get the combo, but no, all of a sudden no Aegis for her, and she is in trouble there. She is getting killed there. The Wailing Arrow from the Sivana missed a little bit, and the Rainer will be taken down as well. And all of a sudden this inertia is turning good. Oh my god, the Blizzard from Jaina just destroying everyone on the side of this inertia. So much damage done, but only one kill from it. Muradin will be taken down as well. So all of a sudden 2-for-2 exchange. What started as absolute dominance on the side of this inertia. What?
It's getting pretty crazy. I just can't believe that Rainerbot, really. It's just keep watching him.
But I have to say, props to the Jaina player. He did so much damage in that last team fight with the Mosh. Like, did you see the hit points of this inertia? If Blizzard had a fourth wave, everyone would have been dead there. They were that low that another wave would have just finished them off. It's crazy.
Which is why to away. That's really a good play into the. As I said, just props to Jaina. That damage dealt. This is just insane. If they can land another one just like that one, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a sure death for all of them.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden they have Storm Talents just now hit, and this inertia are still a level behind. We do have bot of the Storm for the Kerrigan, ETC as well, so double blink there. Again, ETC with the blink, looking for some blink more shenanigans. Something to watch for. Shield of Hope for Uriel, improved Ice Ball for the Jaina, and Rainer with Nexus Frenzy, looking to do more damage.
From where we see VenoM Fuse leading 1-0. This is the second game, so, and as far as it looks, they could make it even with the Rainer bot.
Definitely, they are in the lead, and it's not like the Rainer bot has been offline, has been disconnected, or the Rainer bot, the Rainer player has been disconnected for a few minutes only. It's 4-man Mosh, but immediately cancelled by the Muradin. Fantastic job by him protecting his team, because otherwise that would have been a disaster for this inertia. Nice cleanse on the Sylvanas will allow her to escape the Kerrigan combo, but still, a lot of cooldowns used by both teams. Cleanse and Wailing Arrow versus Mosh and Hyperion.
Yeah, fortunately for VenoM Fuse that this got cancelled. Otherwise, as I said, this could have been it for the whole team there.
Yeah.
Well, they're roaming to the top to get the Weaver going, to get the Weaver a little more room and take out this keep and get access to the core. But how much damage done? A nice rid of Frosty rooting for people. And Stasis there. Jumping Falstack gets taken out. Moradin, and
And this is game.
Sylvanas.
I
This
think this
could
is
very,
game.
very well be game if they go straight to the core.
Oh, and the
and just
combo on the
put the
Thrall.
damage in. And Thrall barely survives with 400 hit points. Gets taken out finally. And Rhaegar is
Yeah.
the last one surviving.
Wow.
This
Wow.
should be game. They just
Yeah.
put everything on the core. And
What?
absolutely, bot Rainer is just ruling the game. This is unbelievable. He has not top damage. That is Jaina, but closely followed by bot Rainer. GG on this second map.
I have a
This
feeling.
inertia-
I have a feeling that Lemex, which is the original Reigner player, is gonna be fired. I don't know why, but I think it's gonna be fired. Oh my
Guys,
god.
if we pick Rainer, you're out.
Oh, this is so fun to watch.
Unbelievable.
From now on, we are just taking a bot to our games, Lemex. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if the bots always play on this level, you can't argue with that. That was a pretty crazy thing to watch here.
Alright. So, congratulations to Fallen Fuse for their 2-0 victory on this inertia. Some interesting games. Sadly, we did have one of the players disconnect. However, it did not affect, or maybe it did affect because Rainerbot did carry. And before we are going to jump to the next game, actually, that's going to happen between... Who do we have in our next game? So we do have Fallen Fuse 1. Just a second. Da-da-da. So we're gonna have a game between Felon Fuse and the Royals. So we're gonna have here the finals actually between those two.
Yes.
But before we're actually gonna jump to the finals, we're gonna go through some replays here. Let's see if I can actually make my replay thing work here.
Sure, I can't comment too much because I am not seeing the replay. So I will leave you with the analysis.
All right. I hope I can. I think the first two ones. Is game number 2. Okay, so I think this is fine. So let's go ahead and open this up. I don't need to open it. Do.
I'm back. Obviously, we have no sound. I can hear you, yes, but just yeah, McDino just informed me that with no sound with an exclamation mark.
Mics in here. Okay, now there is sound. I hope, or should be sound. But they should be able to hear you still. So again, I'll just go quickly on the over this replay. So we've seen here this engagement here between Visanish and Felon Infused, where Felon Infused just hit their level 10. As they were pushing the bottom lane there, of course Thrall is dead, so Visanish are in a 4 versus 5 situation there. Very dangerous situation. We're just gonna follow this replay here, this short clip here.
Is happening.
Need to mute this, sorry. Gonna just follow this replay quickly, how they are gonna be trying to go for the chase here, which is a very bad decision considering they don't have level 10. As we can see, they are still not level 10, and Ring of Frost is just being cast. You can just barely see the ring there, catching 3 people here, the Sylvanas, them Muradin there, and the Fasta, the Rhaegar, a little bit clear out of the Ring of Frost, luckily for him, but still, fantastic Ring of Frost there, catching 3 people, etc. with the slide there, will secure the insta-kill there on the Fasta, on the Muradin, and on the Rhaegar that tried to come back there to help. Sylvanas will be the sole survivor of this slaughter. So fantastic job there by Felon Infused, collapsing backwards on Visanish. Yeah, alright. I think this went much better. By the way, how are we doing with the teams? Because I know we are behind. They are doing the flips. So while they're doing this, we can actually go to clip number 2. There we go. This seems like a really good one. So let me just put it up on stream for you guys to watch. This is gonna be the opening Sundering here, which should be something fantastic. There we go. So we do have here, still in game number 2 here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Just look at this engagement and look at the positioning of all the players there. Look at Felon Infused, very clumped here. And generally speaking, it's not the worst idea, but Visanish, they do have the Thrall, and they have Sundering just about to be ready. As we can see, it has 5 seconds before it's actually ready, and we can see Thrall is at the perfect position. He is looking for the flank, and as you know, guys, the best way to utilize Sundering is from a flank. If you can go in with the Sundering with the flank, you can actually get a lot of value. You can catch people, you can put people out of position, isolate the back line, which we can see that for Felon Infused, the back line is actually at the front. Reyna is at the front, granted it's the bot at this point in time. Jaina is kind of in the front there as well, very close to the Thrall, and a little bit off position, a little bit too clamped, and we're going to see some fantastic Sundering coming here, and look at this potential for Sundering there. Just fantastic Sundering there. 5-man Sundering, isolating the back line, isolating the front line together with the Reyna that's very long hit points, about to be taken down there. Just absolutely fantastic Sundering there by the Thrall there, pushing everyone onto the front wall here of the fort, allowing not only the minions to hit them, but the towers as well. So fantastic job there by the Thrall, forces the Aegis there on the ATC there, but obviously not enough there, securing easy 2 kills on, of course, the counter engagement that we're seeing by the Jaina there. Again, fantastic job by the Thrall there, and yeah, again, the Blizzard there, fantastic counter kill on the Thrall. Still a little bit of a saving grace there, but overall, one of the best Sundering I've seen in a while. All right.
Well, the teams, both teams are in the map pick phase, so we just have a few more minutes till the draft will start.
All right. So actually, we have a lobby ready. Oh wait, why is there a lobby here?
We still don't have a lobby ready. The map picks are just made. The next game is the final Fel Infused versus the Royals. Both teams, as far as I saw, pretty solid play throughout the tournament. It is Heroes Lounge mid-season tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed this far, and don't go away because the final is about to happen. A best of 3 with the 2 of the best teams in this tournament. Again, thank you to Kaldor for hosting us on his Twitch channel. Follow Heroes Lounge and follow Kaldor as well. We're pretty excited to be hosted by him. He even commented on some of our games in this tournament. We're very grateful. Thank you very much.
A little bit.
Heroeslounge.gg. Join us. Season 1 is soon ending, just a few weeks to go. But Season 2 is then starting. I don't know just at which date Season 2 is starting, but you can register. If you have a team, if you don't have a team, you can register anyway. Join a free agent team without. So if you don't have a team, if you don't have a few people to play with, you can join as a free agent and just play together with some other people in this league. Heroeslounge.gg, the amateur league here.
Yeah,
For
definitely check it
you.
out, guys. Check it out. There's some fun games that's happening. And by the way, while we still wait, there's another highlight I can show. I prepared. So let me jump straight into it, kind of get it going there. So we do have here the highlight. It is the one that I liked. One of the fights I liked the most. It was with the Jaina and the Blizzard. So let's see if it's the correct one. I think it is. We do see here good amount of damage there on the Falstad as well as on the Muradin there. And oh, this is not the fight I was looking for. I don't think so. Oh, it is. It is. And look at this here. All of the team of Vis Inertia are so clamped here around the turning, and we can already see the Ring of Frost there is being thrown. And let's just proceed with this replay there. And all of them are getting hit by the Ring of Frost. Look at this. 4-man Ring of Frost together with the Blizzard on top of it. Look at this. Just look at their hit points. Pay attention how it drops. Look at this. Half hit points. Almost dead there. Almost dead. Every single person in that Ring of Frost, you could have actually seen his hit points as in digits. It dropped so low that you actually saw people with 500, 400 hit points there. Fantastic Ring of Frost there, Blizzard, from the Jaina. However, they just lost the Kerrigan and not enough follow-up with the damage, because if one of them would have been alive there, if the Rainer or the Kerrigan would have alive there, this could potentially be a team kill right there and then. But instead, 2-for-2 exchange in that scenario, but still sick amount of damage coming from the Jaina. So caught me off guard completely. Fantastic. So that's that for highlights for now, I think. I think also both teams are kind of ready. Yeah,
Yes,
so
the
we do
maps
have.
I have been chosen.
All right, so which maps do we have for us today, Leadkit?
We have Infernal Shrines as a first map, a second map, Sky Temple, and if it goes to all 3 games, we have a final Cursed Hollow waiting for us. So the Royals chose Infernal Shrines, the Felon Infused chose Sky Temple, and then the Royals chose Cursed Hollow again. Should be pretty interesting. And this far, the draft is setting up right now. You see, nothing special. They banned, for example, Tomb of Spiders and Praxis Holdout as maps. Praxis Holdout still new, a very interesting map. We saw it yesterday in a game for the first time here in Heroes Lounge. It was very interesting to see how Praxis Holdout played. The players are always trying to get how it's played, how exactly, what are the strengths and weaknesses of each hero on this map. But it's good. We don't see it here. As I said, Infernal Shrines first, Sky Temple second, and if needed, Cursed Hollow as the third map.
Yeah, so interesting choices here. Surprise from the ban, from the Brexit holdout. I guess they had some bad experience. I mean, it's very, very new, so I'm very surprised it got either banned. I would have been surprised if it got either banned or picked. So I'm very surprised it did get banned. It's very new, so um, quite surprising. Sadly, we won't. That means we won't get to see one of the new maps. But we do have, like you mentioned, shrines, temple, and Cursed Hollow, and the common theme for all of them is that they're very, very big. So I expect to see a lot of globals here. Zagara, Falstad, those are the two that comes in mind. And those are the two that we've seen that being banned very commonly here in Hero Lounge. So wouldn't be surprised if we're gonna see the draft opens up like that, unless of course one of the teams is feeling more comfortable or having some plan in mind, and of course won't prioritize them. But I'd be surprised if that would be the case. So we do have the draft link. Draft link is ready. We should start draft.
But we have the draft link, as I already said. We need to start. We are already a bit late. We need to get this going because you who are viewing, you want the action. We want the action as well. I want to see a very, very interesting final in this mid-season tournament.
All right. I got the observer link for the draft, but apparently both teams haven't confirmed that. So please confirm, guys, so we can start. We are a little bit late on the schedule, so I need to hurry it up a little bit there. Yeah.
Both teams got the links. The Royals are ready. We're still waiting for Fallen Fuse to confirm that they're ready. But we're now starting the draft, finally. Starting with the first ban by Fallen Fused. Revlobot is up as well. Who in the next game? Type exclamation mark bet A and the amount, or bet B
There we go.
And the amount, while A is Fallen Fused and B are the Royals.
All right, and draft has finally started. Both teams has confirmed their readiness, and it is on Inferno Shrine. And Zagara first ban here, not a surprise. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see a Falstad as a follow-up here. But again, you have those 5 highlighted heroes here: Falstad, Zagara, Zul, Sylvanas, Kerrigan, right? Those are really, really powerful heroes here. Wouldn't be, again, I would not be surprised if we're going to see them being chosen here sometime during the early half of the drafting here. So we'll see. We'll see how it actually works for them. Felony Fuse, of course, already showed us that they're very, very, very strong with Kerrigan etc. So not a big surprise if they're gonna go with this composition again. And there we go, Kerrigan. All right. And the Royals now, they have a choice. They have double peak right now in their on their favor. Now, are they really afraid of from ATC? Because you know, if I'd been following Felon Fuse, and I'm pretty sure they have seen the games, I'd be really scared of ETC Kerrigan on their side. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna snag ETC on their side, despite the fact that they have option to go for other heroes on this map. But I wouldn't be surprised if you're gonna see a quick ETC peek on their side just to deny the ETC on the side of Kerrigan. And yes, it seems like they are thinking about this, and they are securing their choice of ETC there. So very solid opening, and they can follow up with pretty much anyone. Falstad wouldn't be such a bad follow up for the ETC, but instead Ethereal. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's why ETC as their pick. I think it's really just they picked Kerrigan again, so they will pick ETC. So let's take it away from him. I just can imagine that this discussion there. But a nice follow up with Tyrael. Tyrael also is a strong hero, has a lot of potential, especially after he died. He can dish out again one burst of damage, and this could be very valuable especially on Infernal Shrines, if the whole team is dishing damage out to the skeletons on the shrines, and that Tyrael who's in there can take out 2 or 3 people with him. Might be possible.
Ooh, Johanna and Falstad. Falstad, not surprised, but Johanna.
Yeah.
Very interesting choice. Huh.
Well, interesting. Yeah, that they want to have a tank, and the next best tank for them, if ETC is taken away, it's Johanna.
Very
Johanna
interesting.
can stun them for a very, very, very short duration and can blind them, but it's an interesting choice.
It is an interesting. She does offer the protection against the Mosh. You can Blessed Shield the Mosh, of course, as well as pull them once you have. I mean, you don't even need to use Iron Skin. Just walk to them and you can cancel the Mosh. She does offer protection against the Mosh, but they do have the Falstad, so I'm not sure if they are worried about this. What I'm thinking about is, does Asmodan fit in their composition so far? It doesn't look like it, but then again, they do have the Joanna being picked for them. Interesting choice. I mean, she could always just be the solo frontline tanker. It's completely fine, but for me, it's always like, okay, are they really gonna go with an Asmodan here? I mean, they could, but does it really fit? Like, don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Royals play, but Asmodan, he can be very good or very bad. It really depends on the composition, how the opposing team is standing. So his globes of annihilation can be really devastating. But they also, if the composition is not good enough, or if they know how to counter Asmodan right, then it's not that evil to have an Asmodan against you.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's an interesting choice to say the least about the Joanna, because we don't really see her being picked so often lately, almost at all actually. For quite a while, pretty much ever since Tyrael became tier 1, Joanna kind of fell off the meta there. But again, Blessed Shield at level 10 plus Condemn, she can deal with ETC. So it might be the reason. Of course, she's pretty well on this. She can do pretty well on this map. Night Take Spawn allows her to clear waves pretty nicely together with Shrine Control. So she's not like a completely bad choice, but it's really just surprising because she's not being picked very, very often. The Royals, thinking about Brightwing, I like it. Global, polymorph in the Kerrigan, completely fine in my opinion. They already have a lot of protection in the form of certification, so yeah.
A
Like
reasonable choice right there, absolutely. Yeah, they banned Tychus and they banned Sergeant Hammer on both sides respectively, which are also reasonable choices. Now, we see Rhaegar pre-selected as a healer for Fel Infused, as I know you really like Rhaegar.
He is very strong here. He's very, very solid.
Absolutely.
His heroic is very strong if you can land it. He has AoE healing. He offers a little bit of utility in the form of the Earthbind Totem. So it's like he's pretty solid. I like him. He's very mobile, etc. So no Asmodan shenanigans. Like, it didn't really make sense too much to me, but it's always something I keep in mind whenever I see Joanna on this map. Does it actually fit? So instead, they are gonna secure Li Ming in the backline, which is completely fine. Joanna solo frontline is fine. Now the question is for the Royal, who's gonna be their fifth? I feel like they need some melee assassins. So someone like a Thrall would be my choice here, especially with Tyrael. Like, you want to utilize sanctification. You can use it to protect ETC with Mosh, but I feel like you want another reason for the Tyrael here. So a Thrall, I think, would make a lot of sense to me. Maybe a Sonya, go for a super heavy front line there. She also provide you, of course, with Shrine Control. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Another melee at the front line there to benefit from the certification. But instead, Lunara.
Lunara could be, or Thrall, as you mentioned, would be a very solid choice. I won't mention my personal favorite, Abathur, but Infernal Shrines is not really, really the first choice here.
Yeah,
Thrall?
Abathur would actually be okay for them because they do have the Jaina for the copy. But
Yeah.
then why did you pick Tyrael with the certification?
Exactly.
Like, you're not gonna go for Judgment on Tyrael. You have nobody to dive with you. You have an ETC, but that's not for who you wanna be diving with. You wanna dive with someone that can actually get kills, like a Thrall. Even if you do go for something as like Judgment, which you probably will never, but still. But as it stands, they went with the Thrall, which is one of the choices I liked personally, and yeah, both teams pretty solid choices on either side.
And just the Johanna that seems somehow a little bit off. So since we now seen a Fun Fuse for a few games, it seems odd really as an answer to them. They picked ETC. We wanted him. So they picked Johanna. And I'm really excited to see what they're gonna do with the Johanna there. I can
Yeah,
see
me
some
too.
potential. I don't see it in right now. Meanwhile, we're waiting for the lobby, and then we can get this final started.
All right, I'll just add him, then invite you.
Again, I said every 2 minutes almost, but again, thanks to Kaldor for hosting Heroes Lounge. Everyone who's watching, visit heroeslounge.gg. We have the league. We can register as a free agent. You can register as a team. Follow us on Twitch. We stream regularly. We stream a lot of almost every game that's happening. I would like to see you soon as a player here in Heroes Lounge.
Okay, I did get invited to the lobby. I'm gonna throw you an invite in a moment. Just gonna make sure everything is okay here. Just gonna make sure. Yeah.
Heroes Lounge Season 2 is starting early October. The registration will open in early October, so stay tuned. We'll give you information. Join our Discord chat if you like to. Follow us on Twitch. Soon we will have the lobby.
I invited you to the game.
Yes.
Alright, they just
On
need to
it.
move us. Alright, so they just need to move us to observers and we're good to go. Alright, guys. We're still setting up the lobby. Hold on with us just a minute here. Okay, I've been moved.
It seems like
Alright.
now I moved too, or else I would be playing now, which would be strange.
No worries about that. Alright, so I think we're ready. Just need to move this dude back to his team. And we are ready. So, drafting. Who do you like? Hmm. Who do you like more?
Well, as far as, since I've seen the last few games of Fell Fuse, they're very, very potent. They can act very good. They act cohesive as a team. They act as a team. They know what each other is doing at any moment of the game. I haven't seen the Royals, unfortunately. So, since both picks are pretty solid, and I don't know how the Royals play, I would opt for the Royals just because I haven't seen them play and then know what Fatal Fuse is capable of. And since this is the final, both teams must be able to do something and must be able to play on a certain level. So I'm pretty sure that the Royals are good as well. So I would go with the Royals.
Definitely, this is the finals. Both teams are very, very capable. You and me have seen Felon Fuse. The Royals, on the other hand, they were casted by Calder. I've seen some of their games, and they played fantastically well. So I think as far as drafting goes, however, I like the Royals draft more. Because while Felon Fuse did get their Kerrigan, which they are very good on, they don't have the follow-up or the setup that they had in previous games when they had the ETC. So gonna be a lot harder for the Kerrigan to jump in, get her combos off. Much more difficult, especially when you are going versus an ETC. Not only do they not have ETC on their team, but they're also going against him. So gonna be a little bit rougher for them, and because they have the certification, because they have the Thrall on the side of the Royals, I just have to say I like their draft more.
Alright, we're about to start the first map in this final of the Heroes Launch mid-season tournament. Felon Fuse versus the Royals on the map Infernal Shrines.
Oh, right. So Infernal Shrine, once again, kind of being seeing this map a lot lately. Gonna see how it actually works for either of the teams. I mean, this is a very popular map, so both teams, I'm sure they know the ins and outs of this map. Gonna see how it actually works for them. Let's start with the introduction. Lidgit,
Yeah.
take the lead.
Thank you. In blue, the Royals with Edward Sabin playing ETC, Artiaser playing Thrall, Noir playing Brightwing, Haft playing Jaina, and Yayak playing Tyrael.
Alright, and on the right side of the map here, we have Felon Fuse with Narmonia on Kerrigan, Aka on Rhaegar, Alex23, Only Me, Groms on the Johanna, and Lemex on Falstad. I guess what we all ask ourselves is, how good is the Falstad bot? That's what I'm asking myself right now.
For those who just now see the finals, just in the previous game from Felon Fuse, one of the players unfortunately dropped out, who played Raynor, and the Raynor bot has really carried the game, and they won, which was very fun to see.
Yeah, I just have no words for what I saw last game. It was just fantastic.
Absolutely.
The way they also protected the bot. I mean, we all, like, I played Hero League, you played Hero League, everyone here pretty much, most of us played Hero League, and we know that it's such a bad feeling when you have a bot on your side. It's like you have a bot and it's like you're defeating you lost the game, right? And we disrespect the bot because it's a bot and it just overextends and stuff like this. But Felon Fuse, they were like, no, we're not gonna let the bot make any mistakes, and if he does, we're gonna cover his ass. And they did multiple times, and they managed to punish Vis Inertia from the previous game. They managed to punish them whenever they tried to punish their bot. So counter punish, fantastic. So far, the game's just warming up. I mean, we don't see too much aggressiveness from either of the teams. Makes sense, right? The Felon Fuse, they do have the roaming squad going pretty strong. I mean, they are rotating S4 between mid and bot there, and on the side of the Royals, not really looking to rotate, just looking to play it more safely. Of course, at the end of the day, both teams are soaking just as much, making sure they're not losing any minion at all. So, as you can see, Jaina is gonna cover this wave here. So good job by them, by the Royals, not missing a single wave there.
While the Shrine on top is activating an Arcane Punisher waiting to be unleashed.
Ooh, Arcane Punisher. Dangerous, but not so much considering it's the first one. We are very early in the game, there's no Sylvanas in this game, surprisingly enough. Yeah. Ooh, and Kerrigan is in a little bit of a trouble there. She is being focused by the Tyrael, ETC, and the Jaina there. Polymorph going on her as well. She's taking a lot of damage as well as the Brightwing there. And the Brightwing is being focused by the front line of Felon Fuse there. Ooh, and Tyrael getting a lot of damage on him. And really able to connect with someone. He does have even in death, and he does connect on the Kerrigan. A lot of damage on her, but not able to secure the kill on the Kerrigan player.
Absolutely Heartless, can you have a quick look on your Discord? I sent you a private message.
Oh,
Real
okay.
quick. Meanwhile, on the top, the shrine is getting ripped, and the Arcane Punisher goes for Fallen Fuse on the top lane. Everybody's around going with the Punisher. Rhaegar's going back, and the others staying with the Punisher. Punisher goes John Cena there on Thrall, and Thrall got taken out
Wow.
again with the nice combo of of Kerrigan supporting the bashing from the
Fantastic job by the Kerrigan. Second time in a row now. She just waits for the Punisher to go John Cena on someone's ass, and then just immediately ravages him and comboing him to death. It happened to the Thrall and now to the Brightwing. So Normonia on point with the Kerrigan play, with the combos, with synergizing with the Punisher. So fantastic. Seriously. Lemex, by the way, still in this game, so I mean the Royals. That means that the Royals still got a chance to win it. But you know what? Fallen Fuse, job well done, getting the first fort in the game here at the top lane. Fantastic job by them, considering it's only the first Punisher, and they don't have a Savannah. So really good job by Fallen Fuse, already in a slight lead here this early in the game.
Yeah, just a slight lead, about half a level. To just try and poke each other. False that gets taken out. Thrall and Jaina combined with Brightwing also on their side.
So
But
people
nothing
saying
too
my
much.
game loses sound whenever I alt tab, so I need to enable background, I guess. I know you guys can see this, but I think there should be background playing background. There you go, accept, return, and now you shouldn't be hearing whenever I alt tab quickly to check something out. Thank you guys for the feedback. Fixed.
My camp is taken by Liming and Kerrigan near the top lane. And another camp for the Royals have been taken by Tyrell and Thrall. And the shrine near the bot lane is activating in 3 seconds. The teams start to gather to get to this shrine.
Right, and Fallen Fuse, by the way, are clearing the top lane, which means that their camp, their Shaman camp at the top lane is gonna get a lot of value, considering the Punisher is spawning at the bottom lane there. So the Royals kind of in a pickle here, because they are behind an XP and they are trying their best to get as many skeletons as possible before Fallen Fuse will hit 10. But on the other hand, they also have the top lane being pushed not only by the Shaman camp but also by the Falstaff, making sure that his team will get level 10 that much more quickly. And all of a sudden Fallen Fuse does have the level 10, they do have the level heroics. Maelstrom for the Kerrigan, Ancestral for the Rhaegar, Wave of Force for the Li Ming, Gust for the Falstaff, and Blessed Shield for the Johanna. And the Royals are making sure to disengage very quickly. They're just getting out of there. They don't have the level 10 just yet.
Yeah, but won't fight with that composition that is carrying the level 10 on him, because everybody's there, everybody's ready. So you better just disengage, give them the Punisher, and wait till you are on level 10, which they are by now. With the standard Mosh Pit, you have Sundering, Ring of Frost, Sanctification, and Brightwing takes the Emerald Wind.
Right, so the Brightwing is gonna be going for the disengagement method. Oh, the John Cena here, but no Kerrigan follow up on the Thrall that it got John Cena there. Instead, playing it much more patiently now, really being careful. They do know that the Royals have level 10, which means Mosh, which means Sunder. Really thinking to be careful. Ooh, and a nice double John Cena there. Oh, and immediately point left to Jaina and the ETC, not even getting the chance to go for a Mosh there. Wow, instant deletion there by the Kerrigan player. Normolia, please relax for a moment there. What?
So that was really high value there. The Punisher got a little bit further. They didn't do much damage, but it was very crucial, so they can take the camp out there now on their way to the mid lane, the top lane, where Tyrell is defending. They can get damage out now. They can get pressure on them, which is so valuable in this game.
Wow, it seems like the Royals, they just can't make anything happen so far. I still like their team composition more. It feels like it has a lot more potential for gameplay, for blow up, but it just seems like they're always looking to disengage and they never actually initiate. And now all of a sudden, after the last team fight, they're actually a level behind there, so they need to be careful about level 13. They need to be playing it very safely, very passively, make sure they soak every single lane possible and get to level 13 as safely as possible before the next shrine spawns. Ooh, and the mosh pit is not gonna get any value there at all.
The Ring of Frost as well.
Oh.
Two wasted, but False gets taken out. And a lot of damage being dealt right now. Johanna is not very much affected with her shielding. But Tyrael is out and can connect and takes carried with him.
Ouch! Ouch!
That was what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Now
Just
4-4-2. That was pretty valuable. That was really a nice play from the Royals there. I just wanted to say that VenoM Fuse seems to be more in control of the map, but this completely changed with every team fight here.
Yeah, and I also want to point out that the team fight there went in favor of the Royals only because not in favor. I'm sorry, in favor of VenoM Fuse, almost only because ETC, when he went in for the Mosh, there was also a Ring of Frost on top of it, which is not the problem. The problem was that Brightwing went for Emerald Wind on top of it and kinda, well, dis-synergized with the Mosh, kinda saving the entirety of Team VenoM Fuse. And yeah.
The fight has started and there's active Shrine here. Liming is taken out. No, Kerrigan is taken out. My interface is a little off, I think. And then the Ring of Frost hitting. Very much damage.
Nice
Good
identification
follow-ups
there.
here. 3-4-0. Very nice. The team fights are definitely in control of the Royals.
Yeah, and all of a sudden they are now ahead, despite the fact that they were behind all the game long. And I mean, yeah, I do like their team fight potential more, and it did work out for them finally for the first time right now.
They start to gain traction. It seems like they get the next Punisher. While Johanna is getting ready.
Yeah, they are gonna give up the Punisher.
Yeah, they need to focus on getting the Punisher down as quickly as possible, that he can take the least amount of damage possible to them.
Yeah, and they're already in position. The Liming needs to be a little bit careful there. Let Johanna do the pulling of the Punisher there. And there we go. Perfectly executed. Pushing the Punisher into the fort there. Defending it very well so far. Falstad and the Kerrigan a little bit late to the rotation here. But not a big deal, I don't think so. All the heroics are up and ready, by the way, for both teams. However, they are going to fight under the fort, which of course does not favor does not favor the Royals. I was thinking Battle Royale for some reason. So it absolutely doesn't favor the Royals, so they will look for to disengage here. And you know what? They might look to get to 16 and then be a little bit aggressive. They will have a window of opportunity where they will have level 16 talents in their advantage. And we'll have a little bit of time before VenoM Fuse can actually catch up. So they do have level 16 being picked here. We do have Tempest Fury here for the Thrall player. ETC hasn't picked there. Bouncy Dust for the Brightwing. Northern Exposure from the Jaina, very scary for the front line there. Holy Ground for the Tyrael. A little bit more zoning tool and Imposing Presence for ETC.
Yeah, pretty reasonable choices there. People could have gone. I can use a mosh pit, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, mosh pit was used, didn't hit anyone at all, and was also cancelled by the Gust anyway, so it doesn't matter there. But Tyrael now with this certification, they're not getting too much value there. Ring of Frost also misses. This is a complete mess, but still they are managing to secure the kill on the Kerrigan with the Thrall there and the Falstad. So fantastic job there by the Tyrael and the Thrall, managing to actually get the kill there on the front line there, and they are now looking to disengage. They need to be very, very careful, because if one of them dies, they will give Li Ming her resets, and this can escalate very, very quickly to the favor of Fuse. But they actually managed to disengage very, very safely, not allowing Li Ming to snowball. Wow, I'm actually surprised they managed to get ahead in this team fight, because they botched the mosh pit, they botched the Ring of Frost, the Deification didn't get too much value, if at all, but still they managed to get double kill there through the Thrall. So good job by them. Yeah.
Absolutely. All the heroics are on cooldown. Brightwing has his heroic back, but the next heroic will be back in about 20 seconds. So they shouldn't really directly pick a fight without any heroics up, except for that one for Brightwing. But they try to go in with that. They poke each other. They poke a bit just to signal, hey guys, we're ready if you come for us.
Right,
to delay them
still,
a bit away from the shrine.
But still, keep in mind, the Royals right now are at a level ahead. They have a level lead. No talent lead, but level lead. Level lead still is does give you a bonus to your damage, approximately 4% more damage, 6 points of deadshot. So something to keep in mind there. But still, of course, it will not stop a team fight if it needs to happen. And we are seeing that Fuse are looking to make something happen. They just don't want to give this Punisher freely for Royal, who already secured 31 skeletons during this time span.
And we're fighting 8 needed versus 18 needed.
Ooh, and a mosh pit there, 3 men will be cancelled by the Li Ming, but still a nice try by the ATC there. The Gust will be doing not too much there, and the Kerrigan will get answer try here, will allow her to survive, but she's kind of being chased away there by the Tyrael, by the Brightwing there. So at the end of the day, the Royals, they did manage to get the Punisher, as we can see here, and no kills on either side here until this Rhaegar
gets taken out.
Yeah. So
the Punisher meanwhile goes close with Johanna. John Cena's her as good as he can and gets taken out without any real damage done. Rhaegar gets taken out as well as Johanna.
ooh.
And Kerrigan again. This is devastating here. The Punisher is still alive with 10% health.
Yeah,
So
so
they're
fantastic
one step
team
further.
fights lately
Absolutely.
for Royals. They are getting into this game. They had a rough start, but I mean, look now. They are level 19 to level 17 of Fuse. They are 2 levels ahead, securing their way to level 20 with a huge advantage, which will give them a tremendous amount of time to make something happen, to be aggressive on the map with level 20 advantage, which actually is a pretty big deal. And for some reason we are getting those delayed messages about heroes being killed, which aren't really being killed, but whatever. Seems like to be a bug in the recent patch.
Remember, the top camp is a little bit fighted over. ETC will try to secure it together with Tyrael.
What a rough spot for Fuse. I mean, I would say normally try to be aggressive, try to make something happen, but first I think it's already too late. Like, all the Royals need to do is be very passive, make sure they're not getting into a team fight. Ooh, and they are trying to force a fight here on the side of Fuse, but nope, Tyrael will be able to disengage. I mean, if they had any shot at comeback, it would, or not comeback, but to catch up, it would have been right now, right then. But Tyrael managed to escape to disengage, and that will mean that the Royals are now gonna have level 20 pretty much uncontested from the side of Fuse. Fuse did not try to force a team fight while they were still even on talents, and now the Royals have their level 20, they have their storm talents. We do see Blink on both ETC and Thrall there, which is of course called Blood of the Storm. Mystified or revitalizing mists there on the Brightwing, Ice Block on Jaina, and Hardened Shield on the Tyrael.
Yeah, pretty reasonable choices. They're marching, they're slowly poking the way to the core. But Fuse itself is trying to get this, to do the same, pushing the mid lane, taking out the fort there. But immediately get joined by the other team, and
Ooh, and a nice mosh pit there by DC, getting two people without being interrupted there on the Liming and the Faucet, but not enough follow-up, and instead the Kerrigan will be taken out together with the Rhaegar there. Joanna is now being chased, she will get polyphony, she doesn't have level 20, so no indestructible for her, which means she will be dead. And the Liming, I don't know if she can escape. I think she will be... The Blizzard does not connect with her, but the Fortwall is, she is slowed down a bit, but well, maybe she will be able to escape actually. Ooh, and the aggressive Blink by the Thrall will catch her and will delete her. Wow.
The teleport wasn't up fast enough for her to get away. The only one surviving, Falstad, trying to get them a bit away from this gate, but that's no use. 4 of them are dead. 10 seconds, about 10 seconds, and Kerrigan will be back on the map. Getting the time, Harding gets a mana back, taking it easy. Meanwhile, getting the next Punisher.
Kerrigan just spawned now, but here's the problem. It's gonna be 30 seconds until Li Ming is also gonna spawn. So they are kind of staggering their death timers, which is something you never want to do, not this late in the game. So they really need to be careful right now. They need to make sure they're soaking everything. They need their level 20 ASAP. Like, no delay whatsoever. Get your level 20. Hope for the best.
They can't pick a fight right now.
Nope.
It's too dangerous. Now, Li Ming is spawned right now. But anyway, she's too far away. The teams are far away from each other again. Some of the camps here.
They are being
greedy. Exact. Yep. And waiting with the last skeleton to get the Punisher. Yep. They're trying to get as much lane pressure as possible. Maybe even get 1 or 2 kills and then finally get the Punisher. Now they get them. They're together. They're ready to go with the Punisher to the mid and almost the way to the core as far as they can see here. They're not trying to drag this out a lot. They're going for the core as soon as they can.
Yeah, and finally Felon Fuse has the level 20, so sometimes for them. We do see Blink there on the Kerrigan, a Storm Shield on the Rhaegar, Wave of Force, so the Repulsion actually for the Li Ming, Epic Mount for the Falstad, and Indestructible for the Janna, and we do have a team fight starting here. Falstad immediately rotating the heavy teammate, but I don't think it's gonna matter because the keep will be taken down, and first keep of the game there will be taken down. Nice gust there, allowing Felon Fuse to actually safely kill the Punisher. It was actually a very valuable gas there, so nice call by him, you know, no way to defend the keep, but at least not fight on top of the core versus the Punisher and Team Royale. So, yeah.
The core is open for attack from the mid lane. They're all alive and well. They're trying to get the pressure up, and I think that the next possibility they get, the next hero kill they get, they will straight on try to push.
But they need to be careful. They don't have Gust right now. Their only way of interrupting is Li Ming and Johanna, so they need to have good amount of coordination. Ooh, certification together with the Mosh. They're not doing too much there, but Kerrigan with the late Ancestral will not be able to heal her, so she will be taken down there. And all of a sudden, Felon Fuse are on the chase there with the Johanna. Dropping very low there with the power slide of VTC. She's going very forward there, but Indestructible for Johanna will give her sound sustain for the time being there. The Thrall is very low there, and the Jaina are gonna be securing the kill on the Johanna, so 2-0 in favor of Royale. Wow.
Yeah, Rhaegar's already on Half-Life. This is very dangerous. They could end this pretty soon, as you see the core is being attacked by the camps.
Yep.
By the camp and one of the catapults. But they're there to defend it. But anyway, if you defend somewhere else, you're gonna lose the bottom lane here at the moment.
Yep.
So this is a very tough spot to be in, with Johanna coming back in about 25 seconds.
Yeah, I like
no tank to support there.
I like the decision to kind of stay outside the range of the bottom keep and be like, hey, you also need to defend the middle lane. Once the middle pushing a little bit and you're sending one player to defend it, we can just push the keep. And yeah, I mean, while they didn't defend it didn't happen right now in this scenario, they did manage to steal the bottom keep. So all of a sudden, 2 lanes are gonna be constantly pushing on Felon Fused.
And the next shrine is activating near the bottom lane, which means the Punisher will just jump on the bottom lane and straight onto the core.
Yeah.
So this could be it if they don't interrupt this or get this Punisher for themselves. Again, a tough spot for Felon Fuse to be in at the moment. The joining, and Tyrael is the first one who made contact with Sonya. Yeah, with Sonya. With Johanna, I'm sorry.
Nice holy ground there. Kind of blocking everyone on Fuse from getting closer to the skeletons. They're just allowing his teammates to collect even more skeletons. And all of a sudden you were 24 out of 40. But they have to make a fight happen here, Fuse. They have to make a fight. They cannot sit idly anymore. They're in the slide there on the Kerrigan will instantly delete her. And oh my god, you haven't even started the fight and already Kerrigan is down there. Aggressive blink there by the ETC, trying to get some Mosh there. And fantastic Mosh there, protected by the holy ground there and not interrupted there. So this is another double kill there on the Rhaegar and the Leeming, and the Johanna is being chased down, and
Johanna gets taken out.
she does have
Maybe.
indestructible, I think. Yep, it is
Yes.
up and ready, but yeah, they're just gonna finish the
couldn't move
game.
away, that they leave him. Yeah, they're going straight for the core as long as 3 of them are dead. Getting damage on the core and end this for good.
So game number 1 here, fantastic game, goes in favor of the Royals, and you know what? They had a very rough start, but they managed to come back eventually, and certification will be used. Of course, not really needed here, and GG for game number 1.
Absolutely, well played from both teams. Just a moment, I wanted to say that Fuse seemed to be in control. There was a turnaround, and the Royals started to gain traction, get the pressure, get the punishes, and push through the core to finally end this game after 24 minutes.
My camera stopped working, so now you guys just see a square. Oh my god. Let me see if I can actually get it to work. Maybe if I disconnect it. But I'm still being heard, I hope. Anyway, even without a camera, I'll try to see if I can fix it up. We are gonna go to a very quick break. So like 2 minutes, even not even 3, 2 minutes break, and we'll be right back with game number 2 between Fuse and the Royal. Stay tuned, guys.
Avatar getting either, but he can he get away? Oh, look at
Will get away.
really close. Quintex was on time there. Jumped on the territory, but powerless. He's close. But they get the kills. Reyna down. Nice maul here on the character. Oh, great maul. Now they kill Johanna.
Oh my god.
And
Finally
the
a
mosh
combo.
pit. Well played.
Oh, finally the wombo combo works here. They got it
Fight it out. Stop talk. Dropping really low and he's down. Oh, and the
Holy
duck
me.
Leeming.
Oh, this was speechless.
Oh, and the hook against Quintex.
Oh, just beautiful.
Oh my god. Oh, Zapata. Trying to get the boss for the agent.
I don't know. I would
The divine shield, of course, can survive a little bit, but I think that's too much AoE damage. Boundary already running.
Oh my god, look at this
Yeah.
mirror.
Now,
It's dying.
he's not dying, but are the others dying? Oh, just okay. Never mind me. Right way down.
This mirror god. What the hell? He's taking 2 people down already. Oh, and he should finally add Kerrigan and you're looking at Avatar. It's so scary.
And must be still there with the Baylor copy trying to kill Bucky, and that was it. That was it.
Okay guys, hey, welcome back, and camera is working, so you can finally see me again. And we are here for game number 2 between Fallon Fused and the Royals, and the draft link is ready. However, one of the teams still needs to confirm it, so we are gonna wait a little bit until they are ready. Leading it, maybe you can take us through game number 1, tell our viewers, you know, for those who tuned in right now, what did they miss, how it went, while we actually set up things here.
Yes, it was a very interesting game from the beginning on. Somehow, Fallon Fused seems to be in the lead, and the Royals seem to be a little have a little struggle there. But all of a sudden, after a few minutes after the heroics, both teams had the heroics. It turned around, and the Royals got more and more traction, got more and more control, got the punishes one after another, managed to push through the core. Pick off, for example, Kerrigan got picked off very, very early in the game. Fallon Fused Kerrigan was taken out very, very early in the very early in the team fights, which took a lot of damage away, and they could march to the core and end this game after about 24 minutes. If you haven't seen it, you really need to see it again. Go to the Twitch Heroes Launch, and you can watch the game afterwards again. It was really nice to watch how the game changed at a certain moment where the Royals got in control.
Yeah, definitely. It was very interesting, very great to see their kind of this turnaround there. And even despite the fact that they kind of lost during the first half of the game, it did always look like they have a better team composition, like team fight potential. And yeah, eventually it paid off for them, and they managed to just snowball, you know, team fight after team fight, just winning, and eventually, of course, taking the game. So we are starting. Yeah, I think the draft has started. Tell me guys now if it's working. I actually restarted OBS. It actually gave me no error on my end. So from my point of view, from OBS, everything seemed fine, but obviously for some reason it tells me on Twitch that it's live, but there's absolutely nothing happening there. So what the hell? Okay, let's make sure we are.
All right, yeah, we're back.
It's working now?
Yes.
Alright, awesome. I had to remove the delay, guys, so there's that, but alright, it's working fine now. Okay, good. I have no idea. Guys, as I said, I'm gonna reinstall this OBS after. Don't know why it's crashing and causing me issues like this. Hasn't happened before actually, so not until, well, before as in before my vacation. Anyway, we're back into the draft here, and as we can see, Zagara, Falstad were the first bans here. Fallon Fused went with the ETC Li Ming as their picks before the ban. The Royals went with Tyrael, Sylvanas, Brightwing as their picks before the ban. And then the second ban phase came in with Uther on one side, Greymane on the other side, which is very interesting. We haven't seen Greymane being banned or picked lately, ever since his changes. So interesting choices. Not surprised about the Uther ban. You don't want to mess around with ETC and Uther too much, especially when you see Fallon Fused really liking Kerrigan. So you also don't want an Uther for the Kerrigan. So not surprised about that. And the Royal, by the way, are gonna get their Tychus and Arthas as their number 4 and 5 picks for the draft.
Well, the Greymane, I think it's kind of a response for the Tyrael, because still the Tyrael Greymane combo can be very devastating, even if it's not that meta anymore, but still a very potent combo. So maybe they were afraid Tyrael, Sylvanas, Brightwing, Tychus, Arthas now. So they could go kind of double tank, but
Nah, versus the Tychus, versus the Tychus, I wouldn't take a double take anymore. I'm gonna change.
Yeah.
If I plan to, I would have changed my plan at this point. They still have the less speak, and I like the Raynor more. They have so much damage on their side. They have a Li Ming and Thrall as a blow up potential. Then they have Raynor as their auto attacker, some way of consistently doing damage throughout the fight. So even if the fights do last longer, they have the Raynor to cover up that damage wise. So they have so much damage. On the other hand, the Royals, they don't have burst damage. They have the Tychus, but I mean, who are you gonna target with the Tychus now? I mean, you have only the ETC pretty much, and that's it now. I mean, everyone else, they can handle the Tychus pretty well on their own. So I'm a little bit fearful for the Royale, and I like Felinfuse draft a lot more. What do you think?
Me too. Me too. I mean, as you said, Reign of Thrall and Li Ming, this is huge damage together with an ETC with his Marsh Pit, and Rhaegar with a solid healing and also some damage he can deal. This is a pretty solid draft right there. The Royals on the other side. I'm not quite fond of the draft right now. Tyrael, Sylvanas, Brightwing, Tychus, others. I like Felinfuse more, depending on the draft. But we will see what they can make out of this draft. Maybe they countered all they can. And Sky Temple, where you need stay a long time on the objective to get its value. I'm very interested, very excited to see.
Yeah.
What will happen. We see again Felinfuse with a Rainer. This could be devastating. With the Rainer bot.
Lemex. So that's their secret plan. I see. That's why he was picked last there. All right. So we are ready. Everyone is in the lobby, and we are gonna start the game very shortly here. So again, whenever I look at the draft and I look at Felinfuse draft, I see a clear plan. Like they have ATC, Thrall follow up, a lot of damage from Li Ming and the Thrall. Like they have a game plan there. How to win team fights. On the Royal side, it's like, okay, we have Tyrael, we have Arthas. How do we continue from this point on? You have Arthas, doesn't have much of disengagement. Like once you get into a fight with him, you pretty much have to commit. It's like a little bit rough. On the bright side, however, they have 3 heroes that can handle ETC and Mosh Pit. They have Tychus with the grenade, Brightwing with the polymorph, and Emerald Wind if she'll take it at level 10, and you have the Sylvanas with the Wailing Arrow. But still, a little bit of a rough spot for them, I think, like damage-wise. They do have a lot of kill potential if they choose to focus down the ETC. They do have the Tychus, which obviously means the ETC will be the easiest target for them to kill. Sylvanas does decent amount of damage. Arthas, as I mentioned time and time again, he's kind of a bruiser-like tank. He does more damage than your usual tank, so they can do it, but I think like they are gonna have a rough road ahead of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, ETC as a first pick, then you know you're gonna have pick some heroes who can interrupt him as soon as the mosh pit's going on. And like in the first game where I really just missed, I heard the sound of the mosh pit, the for conga bells, and then where's I don't see the mosh pit there. I was just interrupted. That's how you can counter him. You can counter him easily, but you need the time and you need to see that he's going pulling it off. As you see in a game earlier, not in this final, where 2 heroes just wasted their heroics, and ETC just could go in with almost no fear of an interruption and get a 3-player mosh pit.
Yeah,
huge value. So they need to time their heroics and their interrupts on the ETC, but I'm confident that the Royals can handle this.
Yeah, definitely. They showed a lot of potential. They did win game number 1 after all, but it was very close, at least for the first half. Afterwards, they kind of snowballed it. But again, you know, game number 1, I also felt like they had a draft advantage, like they won the draft. But this is not the case anymore. I feel like Felinfuse has a stronger draft. The question is how well they can handle that, and if they can execute their, you know, power slide into Feral Spirits and completely blow someone up with a Li Ming follow-up. If they can execute their composition well, then sky's the limit. I mean, they have so much potential in their team. Together, eventually, also. Once you get level 10 and you get Sundering, you get Mosh, it's gonna be very, very scary.
Yes, and the map has loaded. We're ready to get into action. We have on the left side the Royals with Edward Sabin playing Arthas, Archester playing Sylvanas, Noir playing Brightwing, Haft playing Tychus, and Yayak playing Turael.
Alright, and on the right side of the map here, we have Falinfuse with Lemex on Raynor, Alex23 on Lemiming, Gromes on ETC, Akka on Rhaegar, and Narmolia here at the bottom lane there on the Thrall.
5, 4, 3.
So tactical DC, probably not to be the case. I mean, game number 2 went,
Fight.
or in the first game went pretty smoothly, so no, none of these, but instead we're gonna have here some Sylvanas shenanigans at the bottom lane there, and ooh, in the entirety of Falinfuse are actually at the top there, rushing the tower.
Pretty damn aggressive in the bottom lane here.
Ooh, and they need to rotate out. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to go back. They just wanted to lure everyone down. But I'm not sure why at the moment, but that was a pretty aggressive move. Show who's boss right in the first 30 seconds.
It's actually something that's been pretty common for a while and kind of fell off the meta, at least in Hero Lounge. It's something very common. We see a team with the Sylvanas, they simply rush a tower really quickly. You disable the tower, so it's not like your teammates are gonna take a lot of damage. And as long as you execute it well, as long as you have you know, someone spotting for you the rotation on you, you can just get a free tower and get out of there. And I mean, we saw this now from the Royals. Splendid job by them, getting the tower and getting the hell out of there before Falinfuse actually rotated on them. So, I mean, and they didn't lose anything in the process because Tyrael was A, spotting for them in the middle, and 2, he immediately rotated to the top lane to make sure he's not losing any of the experience there from the minions.
Yeah, meanwhile the temples are ready to be taken, captured.
Ooh, a lot of damage done there by the Li Ming on a lot of members of the Royals. The Brightwing, the Tankist, they both got decent amount of damage from the Li Ming there. Ooh, and the Raynor there, a little bit out of position. He's being collapsed on. He does have his passive, but will Arthas connect the roots on him? It doesn't actually matter because he will be taken down there. A little bit of a greedy play there by the Raynor. An immediate collapse there from the Royal on him, realizing that, hey, we can punish you, and yes, they did.
Sylvanas is coming to the mid lane, getting a bit damage done, trying to push, doesn't go too far. First temple to red, first temple to blue. So far pretty even. Level-wise, they're also pretty even with each other. It seems much more balanced in the last game.
So far, but this is very
So
early in the
far.
game. We're only at the
Absolutely.
2 minutes mark, and you know what? Both teams got the temples. One team got to one, the other one the other. So very even for the teams there.
Return again.
And now it's
But
time
if
to
they're-
see how well they can actually handle rotation and preparation for the next temple.
Yes, and if it happens like in the last game, where suddenly one of the two teams gains traction, we can see a lot of fun going on here. I say it's already only 3 minutes in, and at the moment it's balanced. Yeah, it's 3
Ooh.
minutes in. We need to wait a few more minutes.
We are gonna have some action here. The top lane there, we see the Tyrael. They're trying to get the kill on the Thrall, but did he overextend together with the Sylvanas? They are crossing to the half of Falinfuse. ETC with the power slide will allow him to escape. But look at how much damage Falinfuse has gotten. ETC is low, Thrall is low. That means that actually Royals will be able to steal this giant camps. Wow.
Yeah, very nice move. Just going in the last moment is a bit bold, but going in after the first giant is down and driving the others away, dishing damage out and get the camp. So in the game it's not that big of a deal, but anyway you see what they're capable of.
Yeah, and both teams are on spot with their mercenary rotations there. We did see the attempt there of Thrall to get the giants at the bottom there. Didn't succeed, but that's exactly what you need to do. The moment the temples are over, what you want to do is immediately go and take the giants at the bottom lane and then slowly rotate, and at around the 4 minutes mark you want to start working on those mercenary camps at the top, because you know that very, very quickly afterwards the bottom temples will spawn, as we've seen right now. So good job by both teams on spot with their mercenary rotations there. We do see at the top lane Sylvanas versus the Li Ming trying to clear the mercenary camps, and so we have a 4 versus 4 at the bottom lane.
Yeah, but it is in Tyrell fighting each other over the temple itself. They're very nice and driving everybody away. Tiger's grenade driving them out. It's really nice to see how they can focus on them to push them out of the temple, so they can get as much value as they can.
Yeah, and so far, by the way, Sylvanas is wreaking havoc at the top lane there. Not gonna show it just yet because there's a lot of action here, and Thrall is dropping very, very low there, but instead the Li Ming will be taken down there. Kind of missed the Li Ming there, and the ETC will be taken down there. So Sylvanas with the chase on the Li Ming here. I was just saying how Sylvanas is wreaking havoc at the top lane there. We kind of missed the kill on the Li Ming, but still, wow, the Royals are getting very, very ahead so far. They cleared the top lane, and they have control of the temple here, the bottom lane. And they got 2 kills, so maximum amount of value this early in the game.
Absolutely, the Sylvanas, as you said, wrecking havoc in the top lane, taking Li Ming out and getting the fort. So this is pretty big. If you leave Sylvanas alone for too long, she can just wreak havoc on its own, just like Zagara can. But this is very rough spot now. The level 10 has hit.
Yeah, I like this decision. They are going for the boss, and I like it. They do have level 10. We do have Sindragosa on Arthas. Very interesting choice there with Sindragosa. And the rest are pretty standard there. Wailing Arrow for the Sylvanas, Emerald Wind for the Brightwing, Laser Drill for the Tychus, and Simplification for Ethereal. Very interesting choice with the Sindragosa, especially considering that A, you have a Brightwing on your heal, so no burst heal, where Army of the Dead can provide you with some form of burst heal. And also you have a Sylvanas on the team anyway, but what am I talking about? There is a fight here, and you can see he's dropping very, very low. The cleanse will go on him, but it's not enough, and right now only do they have level 10. Just in the last moment their ETC died as they hit level 10. Not that it would have saved him, of course, but still. Nice kill there by the Royals. And Thrall, look at Thrall, he's looking for a flank Sunder there. And Certification there wouldn't get a lot of the damage from the Li Ming there. And Thrall looking for the Sunder flank, but I don't think he can actually do that. There is the Laser Drill there flanking him, or zoning him out there.
Still 1 level lead for the Royals here. And as I said, Sindragosa slows enemies, disables non-heroic enemies. This is a specific pick. I think maybe just to get in there, to poke enough, to dive a little bit in and get the maximum value out of the damage. For T-Rail maybe. We'll see how the Sindragosa will be played.
Yep, we will see, and I like so far the way that Felinfuse on the Thrall player, how he actually looks for the flank, because this is something a lot of players don't do very, very often, and when you do it, as we've seen from the replay analysis a little bit earlier, it can pay off in dividends. ETC Mosh will actually not hit anyone there, and instead he will be dropping very low and will be killed there, as well as the Brightwing. No, 19 hit points, she will survive, and Ancestral will just barely miss the Li Ming, and the Thrall is very, very low, and he should be taken down there, and yes, he will be taken down the Rainer too there. Nice job by the Royals.
Unbelievable. This is devastating at the moment. Level 13 versus level 11, a 4-0. And just as I would do, they're just going to rush and take out the fort to get access to the core for the next team fight. And Rhaegar gets pretty low, manages to get away. But anyway, the fort is going to fall. Tychus gets the fort.
Yeah, well...
Now everybody's back, but they have access to the core now, and they can push.
Yeah, and this is actually very similar to game number 1 if you think about this, except of course the opposite was happening. Battle Royale. Oh, by the way, why do I keep thinking about Battle Royale? I have no idea. But the Royals, in game number 1, we thought they had a better draft. And actually, what happened is the early half of the game, they were actually behind it. Ooh, the Bright Team will be caught there by the Thrall and the ETC. Emerald was used, but I don't think it's going to be enough there. Oh, will it? No, it will not be. Wow.
You need some good, valuable team fights right now, and a little bit of counter push to not to be left out of this game almost. I mean, the Royals seem pretty much in control here, with the Temple on their side getting the damage eventually. With
the Thrall is getting caught here by the Tyrell and the Arthas, but on the Liming Soy was caught there, but not enough damage to actually secure the kill on her instead. They will actually manage to escape there. A little bit of a slow rotation from Felon Fuse to the top shrine and to the top temple there, and all of a sudden you have Brightwing back in action there. After Li Ming has gotten already a decent amount of damage and wasn't fully healed there, Sindragoza will slow her down and will secure the kill on the Li Ming. Fantastic Wailing Arrow hitting 2 men there, and the Mosh Pit doesn't actually do too much. Instead, the ETC gets a lot of damage on him, and the Thrall will be taken down as well. And all of a sudden you have a 2-0 and a 3-0 there, and a 4-0 with the Rhaegar kill there. Yes.
ETC, run away, you can't do anything. Go back, get your health back, wait for your friends to come back.
Yeah.
Because this is really devastating. Brightwing getting the rest of the temple. And together finish off the second pathway to the core.
Yeah, and this is getting very out of control here for Team Felon Fuse, because now they are talent behind and 3 levels, so such a rough spot for them. I don't even know what they can do at this point. I mean, do you want to fight the talent down? I feel like you could try to get your way to 16 and then force a fight before Royals hit their Storm talent. Like, that's pretty much your only option. Try to do your best to hit level 16 and then force a fight, but you have to force a fight. If you don't make something happen at that point, you pretty much lost the game. Or at least you'll be in a very rough position to recover from.
As I just got word from the other
Your dedication
game,
will be rewarded.
I have to quickly search the link.
Right, and Tychus here is being collapsed by the ETC and the Thrall. Good job by them securing a kill there on the Tychus, and this is exactly what we are looking for Felon Fuse, and actually this is something they should have been doing since the beginning there. And what I wanted to say earlier, this is really, I mean, not anymore, because this is we're already getting to the later half of the game, but in game number 1 here, actually, Royal had a better team composition, but they were behind in the early half of the game. But eventually they managed to claw their way back with their better team composition, and we can see that something kind of similar happening here, except of course it's already the later half, and it seems like the Felon Fuse, despite having the better team composition, in my opinion anyway, can't make something happen just yet. So we do have level 17 here for the Royals versus level 14, or almost 15 here for Felon Fuse. And they are just about to hit level 16. They need to stall for another 1 level there and get on equal talents, but instead we're gonna have a team fight here, and the Rhaegar is out of position here. Will be taken down there. The Mosh doesn't actually do too much. It is interrupted anyway with the Wailing Arrow, with everything basically, and this is a 3 kill here and a 4 kill here with the Rainer also secured, and this could be game actually.
Absolutely.
What?
Meanwhile, I want to say we're at the 3rd place match, which just took place. Water Dragons versus Visionertia. Congratulations to Water Dragons on winning the 3rd place in this tournament.
Oh wow, they won it. Actually, I love it. They are one of my favorite teams. I actually got to cast them a few times, and they are very aggressive team, and I like when players play aggressive, as long as you play it also smartly. So Water Dragon, very aggressive team from what I remember, and definitely one of those that I enjoy more to watch. So I'm really glad they actually won 3rd place here in this tournament. Fantastic job. Ooh, and ETC with the slide, but no Mosh available for a long time there. A lot of damage on the start, and he will be taken down. Sylvanas also dropping very low there, but won't be killed, and ETC will be taken down.
This could be game, this could be tournament. The Royals are attacking the core. The core is at 60%, 50%. Nobody's dead, only 2 alive. This is game, this is GG, and the Royals have won the second map, Sky Temple, and therefore...
Wow, so the Royal actually won in a dominating way. Game number 2, I mean, it was much more one-sided than game number 1. Game number 1, I mean, again, it started very bad for them, but they kind of, got their composure up, got their whatever together. I can't say this on stream, but you guys know what I mean. And eventually, game number 1, they managed to win it. But game number 2, on the other hand, they just dominated pretty much from the beginning there, despite the fact that I personally, but what the hell do I know? I personally didn't like their composition compared to what Felon Fuse, of course, took. So, I mean, obviously it did work out for them. Of course, there were mistakes on the side of Felon Fuse. They didn't execute their combos. We didn't see a lot of, or almost at all, power slide into Feral Spirits, except for at the end there on the Taika skill. Like, we haven't actually seen too much synergy that they had in their team composition working for them. And yeah, what do you think?
Wow. Just well, I really didn't think that the draft would work out for them, but eventually, I mean, this was a 14-minute and 24-second game. This was really straightforward. You saw it from the beginning, where just Sylvanas pushed the first tower down, just extremely aggressive, extremely well played, well placed heroics, and just all in all, a dominating performance in the second game from the Royals. So really, wow, I was stunned for a few moments.
Yeah, I mean, overall they played fantastically well, the Royals, but I feel like game number 2, it was more of a Felon Fuse throw than the Royals win. It felt like Felon Fuse made more mistakes that the Royals obviously capitalized on than the Royals making strong plays and winning due to it. Game number 1, of course, was the complete opposite. The Royals eventually turned the game around. They made a lot of strong plays and of course showed why they're such a good team, and eventually of course why they deserved to win. But yeah, overall fantastic game by both teams. Sadly, we are not going to go to game number 3, which is something I personally always like to watch, especially in the finals. If you can get the maximum amount of games, that's always a delight to watch. But yeah,
absolutely. But now we will have the winners interview.
Right, but before the winners interview, we're gonna have a quick replay analysis. Kind of not analysis really, but kind of go through the replays, see some key moments there, while we get the players ready for the winners interview. So let's go straight into it. There we go. We have something here. Let me see if I can get it to work.
All right, meanwhile, I'm gonna set up the interview on the other voice channel. I will see you afterwards.
All right, I'll see you then. All right, are we live again? Because again OBS crashed for me, and I swear I'm gonna reinstall this because this is pissing me off as well. So hopefully, let me just make sure that we're back on and live. And then we go to the replay analysis. It happens to me every time I switch, not every time, but whenever it crashes, it's whenever I switch a scene. It's not necessarily with the replay, but whenever I switch to see a scene, it just crashes. It just freezes and crashes. And it seems like we are live. So we're gonna go to the replay analysis here. Hopefully it won't crash for me right now. All right, let me just interact with this for a moment here. Pause. Muted, sorry, full screen this, and yeah, so let's go to the beginning here. Again, no ESL production value, but it's fine. All right, so the first one is gonna be the peak off here. So we're just gonna follow it and see what happens here. There's the ETC here being chased there as they stole the boss. There's a fantastic opening here for the Royals. They still didn't have their level 10 on the side of Felon Fuse, which is what this replay is about. They actually, on the side of Felon Fuse, they actually overextended by a little bit, allowing ETC to be picked off right as they hit level 10. Again, it wouldn't have mattered if it had level 10 a few seconds before because he was already in a very bad spot. He was chased. There was no potential for counter engagement. It's not like he could slide backwards and get everyone in a wash or something like that. It was just not feasible. So instead, we have here the boss here together with the ETC kill. Pushing so much here at the bottom lane. So fantastic job by the Royals managing to sneak here the kill on the ETC. Yeah. So let's go to replay number 2 here while I have. Okay. Now. I think I'm gonna stop with the replay scene because seems to have something buggy there. Might be on my end, might be something with OBS, but I'll just stop it for now. Just get the interview going on instead of just keep crashing on you guys. Much better. So I think I'll be going. Or can I have some kind of confirmation that we have all players there and ready? I mean, I really want to do those replay stuff. It's very interesting for me to kind of rewatch some key moments, but if it's crashing my OBS at least, I think I'll drop it for now instead of pushing my luck here and keep throwing the stream off all the time. So just gonna have this. This is make sure we have some. All right, so we are ready. We don't have the entire team. Let me just move here and we'll start the introduction and see what happens. So hey guys, with me is a few members of the Royals together with Lead Guide. So guys, maybe introduce yourself to the viewers, and of course, first and foremost, congratulations on your victory over Fel Infused 2-0.
Hello and thanks. We expected some hard games, but seems it was kind difficult first game. But the others was more easier than we expected, and we played.
A little bit of shots fired, but maybe you can introduce yourself. Who exactly are you, and who's the other one? Because I see we are actually 4 members here in the chat. So the other one is Lead Git. Maybe kind of introduce yourself, guys, to the viewers.
Yeah, I'm the other Sabin, the captain of the team. We are a competitive team. We are trying to beat that. We are kind new members. We are having 1 year of experience, but members are getting in, are getting out, so it's kind of hard.
All right, awesome.
Hello.
So, hello. Oh yeah, you're talking finally. Okay, and please introduce yourself. Who are we speaking with?
Hi, I'm Noir. I usually play the specialist or support role in the team. I recently joined a couple weeks ago.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the games there, maybe a little bit about the drafting. Game number 1 was on Infernal Shrines. I actually liked your draft more. You had the ETC, the Tyrael, the Thrall, the Jaina. You did some fantastic job. However, you did start. The starting rather was very rough for you guys. Maybe go through it a little bit because you were behind during the first half of the game, but then at some point you managed to turn the game around and eventually win. Yeah.
Well, they had very early game just heroes wise already, so we knew we should try to avoid confrontations as much as possible and just let them rotate the mid part as they did. So we didn't really try to gank or intercept them. We just tried to clear the lanes and get the XP. Play the long game.
I agree with you. They have the early game composition. If we are rotating with them, we will maybe get caught, gank, or kill it. So very risky. We waited for our ultis, and then we can do something.
All right. Liddy, do you have a question for them?
Yeah, kind of my standard questions in this way. Let's talk about the first game on Infernal Shrines. You seem to gain traction at this at a certain moment where just at first Valley View seemed to be the better team, the better standing, and all of a sudden it changed around. And did you experience that moment? How, so did you know when the moment was happening, where you gained the traction? What did happen? Did your communication change, or what did change in that moment?
I don't think it was communication. It was just that we agreed since start that we are gonna play more passive because we didn't have as good early comp. So they had more of a gank comp. So we didn't want to engage them before we get level 10. So that's when our golden time started.
All right, fantastic. So you basically were in control throughout the game. So that's actually surprising to hear because it didn't look like it. But apparently, you guys were planning to get behind in the early game by playing very, very passively, allowing them to have the initiative on a lot of things. But eventually, of course, you decided, okay, now it's time to switch gears and it's our time to shine. And I mean, wow, it worked fantastically for you because in game number two, you were dominating pretty much from the beginning, despite the fact that I actually, when I saw the draft, I was like, well, Felling Fuse actually looks like they have a much better draft than you. So like, what happened in game number two? How did you feel about the draft? And entering the game, especially now that I know that you actually planned for everything, or at least it was in the back of your mind what's going to happen in game number one, and you of course was not rattled by being behind in the early game. So like in game number two, how did you feel about the draft? And eventually, of course, you snowballed it pretty convincingly.
In game number one,
Game
they
number two. Oh, so go ahead.
they lead the draft. It's like they kite won a bit. It's like we did also some mistakes early game. We get caught, something like that. We just give them XP. But on game number two, we were, I think, even in the draft. Different different combos, different heroes, and it was like eagle to eagle. And also we have pretty strong drafts, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.
So you wanted to go with this draft, you're saying, because then why? I mean, Tyrell is a very strong hero, but usually when you take a Tyrell, you want him to enable someone like a Thrall, like a Kerrigan, like a Sonya, right? Someone to benefit more than the usual benefit of sanctification, which was not your case. I mean, he can defend Arthas, which is a kind of problematic hero, but it's very interesting to see that you actually wanted to go for this specific draft, uh,
I wouldn't
because.
say that we really went for this specific draft. I mean,
uh,
we have played a lot of Sylvanas on Sky Temple on our team. We really like Arthas in our team, and Tyrael is just generally the kind of guy that you can put anywhere. I mean, you get tanked value even if you have squishies. You just gotta be more uh, precise when you're using it to use as defensive method rather than offensive.
mhm. So why the Tychus then?
The Tigers was not in our original plan, but we didn't want to give them the Tigers because we had double tank, and we didn't
Aha.
see,
Yeah,
and we
that was a
didn't,
counter pick.
yeah,
Okay.
we didn't see as a bad pick for us either. So we had no reason to not go for him really.
All right. All right. That makes sense. Because I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I agree completely with the Tyrell, but certification on the back line, on squishy is a little bit harder to execute, of course, because you need to be defensive and reactive rather than proactive. So I can understand it, but still, okay, I understand the Tychus speak counter pick. Very interesting choices. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad it worked out for you because again, Felling Fuse seemed like they had more potential in their composition, but it felt like they didn't execute it. Like there was almost no power slide into Feral Spirit. Like there was almost no ETC Thrall combo from those two players together with the Liming follow up. It just didn't exist really in the game. So I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it worked out for you guys. And
Well, we did try to always position so Brightwing, Tigers, those two would always be separate, and as an emergency, we could have still Sylvanas' interrupt with the arrow.
Yeah, I was not worried about too much about Mosh for you guys. I did point it out that one of the things I do like is that you do have 3 interruptions for the ATC. But yeah, obviously you managed to execute it really well. Your composition, you were in the lead from the beginning. You were dominating the game, so fantastic. It was just fantastic to watch. But it felt like at the end of the day, from my point of view, was that Fallen Infused made more mistakes in that game than you guys made plays or something like that. It felt like you guys played very, very solid, but Fallen Infused just made more mistake, which means that at the end of the day, you got the lead. But still, you
Yeah, I
had
can agree
some.
to that.
Yeah, you guys had some really great moves there and plays that were definitely nice to watch for sure.
If I can make a joke, I don't want to be rude. I just want to make a joke. We want that Raynor back. I'm just joking.
Yeah, that's fine. We were having fun with that as well.
Yes, yes, that was so POP. We want that AA players in Hero League.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Lidgi, do you have anything to ask to say to them, or?
No, thus far, really, again, congratulations.
Thank
It
you.
was really fun to watch.
We've also
And
enjoyed.
yeah, that is all
All
from my
right.
side.
All right, guys.
I have
So,
no question.
thank you for joining for this winners interview and for the I don't know how many times. Congratulations on your victory of 2-0. Sadly, we did not go to game number 3 in the finals, but still, you guys won decisively, especially after this winner interview that we got a clear picture of game number 1. Where everything was planned. So fantastic, guys. Props to you, and again, congratulations for winning the mid-season tournament. Yeah. So, is there anything you guys want to say from the Royals before we finish here?
I don't think.
You don't?
so.
Okay. Okay. You don't have to. All right. So, Lidgid, meet me to Casters 1, and let's close it up.
Yes, thank you for watching on Heroes Lounge here on Twitch. Don't forget to follow Heroes Twitch. That way you get automatically informed when we again play. We have everyday hero action and casting. So you get an automatic notification when we are casting again. Please follow us, subscribe, like us, join us on Heroes Lounge. Thank you very much for this tournament. It was really fun to see and participate as a caster. Again, kudos to the winners of the tournament, the Royals, and thank you for joining us here.
And goodbye from me as well, guys. I hope you enjoyed the casting. I was Heartless, and with me was Lidgit. And big thanks and big shout out to Kaldor for casting at least the early half of the tournament. Was a big thing for him to do. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed everything you've seen here today, and make sure you at least follow this channel. And if you want more, feel free to go and actually join Hero Lounge and participate, and find teammates, find the team for yourself to play in, and maybe we'll get to cast you in the future. So, guys, have a good night, and see you in the future. Bye bye.
Goodbye.